Ever since I was a little kid, I've been interested in the ideas of justice and fairness and equality. That's why I became a lawyer. I have the opportunity to advance these ideals. Now more than ever in our world, it is important that we highlight these issues. It's important that we fight for these issues. And my clients know that Keating Law Offices will not just fight for them, but they will fight for these ideals.
Are you looking for some good food after a Fenwick football game? Then head on over to O'Sullivan's Public House. Located on Madison Street in Forest Park, O'Sullivan's Public House has daily drink specials alongside a year-round beer garden. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. O'Sullivan's PH offers dinner until 10 p.m. Even cooler, O'Sullivan's offers a late-night menu until 11:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. On the weeknights, O'Sullivan's has a late-night menu until 11 p.m. And for the fall season, O'Sullivan's will offer 20% off food for athletes and coaches following home Fenwick games. For more information, go online to o'sullivansfp.com.
Hi, I'm Greg Schwarzy, your DuPage County Board Member in District 6. I am a longtime resident of Carroll Stream, where my wife Julie and I are the proud parents of 4 beautiful daughters. I'm currently serving in my second term as your county board member, being elected in 2020 and re-elected in 2022.
Feeling bullied by your bank?
You know there's a fee. That loan application looks complicated.
Any help?
Not really a math guy. I hope you enjoyed our new hold music. Last question, what high school did you go to?
Lincoln South?
Dude, we totally crushed you guys.
At Wintrust, we take a different approach. Whether it's banking solutions, a new home, or financial planning, our local experts are ready to help. Wintrust, different approach, better results.
What are you?
Ever since I was a little kid, I've been interested in the ideas of justice and fairness and equality. That's why I became a lawyer. I have the opportunity to advance these ideals. Now more than ever in our world, it is important that we highlight these issues. It's important that we fight for these issues. And my clients know that Keating Law Offices will not just fight for them, but they will fight for these ideals.
The best things in life are sweet and free too, especially when they come from Chicago's own Sweet Mandy B's. Today, we're celebrating the iconic bakery's 20th birthday.
Happy
Look, a day over 10.
birthday! The bakery began at home with the owners baking desserts for friends and family, and then in 2002, Sweet Mandy B's opened its first storefront. They're known for their old-fashioned desserts, and they were nice enough to send us a bunch of them. Look at these cupcakes. This is what I've had when I've gone there, is these delicious cupcakes.
They look
right?
beautiful.
They're pretty. What do you guys have?
Sugar cookie with frosting. I also recommend the molasses cookie.
Oh, yes,
my
the best.
goodness, it's
That is
so
the
good.
best.
Oh,
I
have Oreo frosted brownie. Okay, and then I'm not sure what this is. It says
Just dough it?
just dough it.
That's
Look
the
at this.
cookie
Look at
with
this, you
cookie
guys.
dough
There's
in
something.
the middle.
Oh.
Yeah, and I have a iced Rice Krispie treat that I'm not trading with anyone.
You like Rice Krispies, huh?
I do.
That's
Really?
perfect.
Look at this. I feel like you either love them or you hate them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No in between.
All my kids' birthday
Cute.
cakes.
This is where you get it
Sweet
from?
Mandy B's for years and years.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, we've been eating nonstop for today.
Yeah,
Oh, here we go.
Stop now.
Go tea. Let's see. Oh, how is it?
Sugar rush.
It's absolutely delicious. Newsroom's going to have fun today.
Are you looking for some good food after a Fenwick football game? Then head on over to O'Sullivan's Public House. Located on Madison Street in Forest Park, O'Sullivan's Public House has daily drink specials alongside a year-round beer garden. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. O'Sullivan's PH offers dinner until 10 p.m. Even cooler, O'Sullivan's offers a late-night menu until 11:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. On the weeknights, O'Sullivan's has a late-night menu until 11 p.m. And for the fall season, O'Sullivan's will offer 20% off food for athletes and coaches following home Fenwick games. For more information, go online to o'sullivansfp.com. Are you looking for some good food after a Fenwick football game? Then head on over to O'Sullivan's Public House. Located on Madison Street in Forest Park, O'Sullivan's Public House has daily drink specials alongside a year-round beer garden. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. O'Sullivan's PH offers dinner until 10 p.m. Even cooler, O'Sullivan's offers a late-night menu until 11:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. On the weeknights, O'Sullivan's has a late-night menu until 11 p.m. And for the fall season, O'Sullivan's will offer 20% off food for athletes and coaches following home Fenwick games. For more information, go online to o'sullivansfp.com.
putting the cart before the horse?
Yep.
You're not supposed to do that.
Nowadays, you have to, especially in the housing market, where you need to get a mortgage before you find the house. That's why with the Get Committed program from Compass Mortgage, you'll have a fully underwritten loan commitment that stands out even amongst cash offers. Not to mention, once you find the perfect home, you could close in as little as 15 days. Hey, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
You're pretty big on horse metaphors, huh?
Nay.
Ever since I was a little kid, I've been interested in the ideas of justice and fairness and equality. That's why I became a lawyer. I have the opportunity to advance these ideals. Now more than ever in our world, it is important that we highlight these issues. It's important that we fight for these issues. And my clients know that Keating Law Offices will not just fight for them, but they will fight for these ideals.
Feeling bullied by your bank?
You know there's a fee. That loan application looks complicated.
Any help?
Not really a math guy. I hope you enjoyed our new hold music. Last question, what high school did you go to?
Lincoln South?
Dude, we totally crushed you guys.
At Wintrust, we take a different approach. Whether it's banking solutions, a new home, or financial planning, our local experts are ready to help. Wintrust, different approach, better results.
What are you?
Are you looking for some good food after a Fenwick football game? Then head on over to O'Sullivan's Public House. Located on Madison Street in Forest Park, O'Sullivan's Public House has daily drink specials alongside a year-round beer garden. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. O'Sullivan's PH offers dinner until 10 p.m. Even cooler, O'Sullivan's offers a late-night menu until 11:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. On the weeknights, O'Sullivan's has a late-night menu until 11 p.m. And for the fall season, O'Sullivan's will offer 20% off food for athletes and coaches following home Fenwick games. For more information, go online to o'sullivansfp.com.
The best things in life are sweet and free too, especially when they come from Chicago's own Sweet Amanda B's. Today, we're celebrating the iconic bakery's 20th birthday.
Happy
Look, a day over 10.
birthday! The bakery began at home with the owners baking desserts for friends and family, and then in 2002, Sweet Mandy B's opened its first storefront. They're known for their old-fashioned desserts, and they were nice enough to send us a bunch of them. Look at these cupcakes. This is what I've had when I've gone there, is these delicious cupcakes. They look right. They're pretty. What do you guys have?
Sugar cookie with frosting. I also recommend the molasses cookie.
Oh, yes,
my goodness, it's so good.
Oh, I have Oreo frosted brownie.
Okay, and then I'm not sure what this is. It says
Just dough it?
Just dough it.
That's
Look
the
at this.
cookie
Look at
with
this, you
cookie
guys.
dough
There's
in
something.
the middle.
Oh.
Yeah, and I have a iced Rice Krispie treat that I'm not trading with anyone.
You like Rice Krispies, huh?
I do.
That's
I
really?
do.
Look at, I
The
feel like you either
5-year-old
love
in
them
me
or
did.
you hate them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No in between.
All my kids' birthday
Cute.
cakes.
This is where you get it
Sweet
from?
Mandy B's for years and years.
Yeah. Well,
it.
I tell you, we've been eating nonstop for today.
Yeah,
Oh, here we go.
mine's stop now.
Go tea. Let's see. Oh, how is it?
Sugar rush.
It's absolutely delicious.
She's usually ready for a nap
I
after
think
the show,
so.
I
We'll
think.
be right back. Wow, the newsroom's going to have fun today.
My name is Megan Welch, and we are at Lacushla Brewing Company.
Hi, my name is Dr. Mike Nolan,
And I'm Dr. Chad Friend,
and we are...
Nolan and Friend Dental Professionals.
Hi, I'm Sean.
Hi, my name is Dr. Mike Nolan,
And I'm Dr. Chad Friend,
and we are...
Nolan and Friend Dental Professionals.
We are restorative dentists practicing in Glenview and have been providing dental services in the North Shore area for over 6...
Feeling bullied by your bank?
You know there's a fee. That loan application looks complicated.
Any help?
Not really a math guy. I hope you enjoyed our new hold music. Last question, what high school did you go to?
Lincoln South?
Dude, we totally crushed you guys.
At Wintrust, we take a different approach. Whether it's banking solutions, a new home, or financial planning, our local experts are ready to help. Wintrust, different approach, better results.
What are you?
Are you looking for some good food after a Fenwick football game? Then head on over to O'Sullivan's Public House. Located on Madison Street in Forest Park, O'Sullivan's Public House has daily drink specials alongside a year-round beer garden. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. O'Sullivan's PH offers dinner until 10 p.m. Even cooler, O'Sullivan's offers a late-night menu until 11:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. On the weeknights, O'Sullivan's has a late-night menu until 11 p.m. And for the fall season, O'Sullivan's will offer 20% off food for athletes and coaches following home Fenwick games. For more information, go online to o'sullivansfp.com.
Isn't that putting the cart before the horse?
Yep.
You're not supposed to do that.
Nowadays, you have to, especially in the housing market, where you need to get a mortgage before you find the house. That's why with the Get Committed program from Compass Mortgage, you'll have a fully underwritten loan commitment that stands out even amongst cash offers. Not to mention, once you find the perfect home, you could close in as little as 15 days. Hey, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
You're pretty big on horse metaphors, huh?
Nay.
The best things in life are sweet and free too, especially when they come from Chicago's own Sweet Amanda B's. Today, we're celebrating the iconic bakery's 20th birthday.
Happy
Look, a day over 10.
birthday! The bakery began at home with the owners baking desserts for friends and family, and then in 2002, Sweet Mandy B's opened its first storefront. They're known for their old-fashioned desserts, and they were nice enough to send us a bunch of them. Look at these cupcakes. This is what I've had when I've gone there, is these delicious cupcakes.
They look
right? They're pretty. What do you guys have?
Sugar cookie with frosting. I also recommend the molasses cookie.
Oh, yeah, that's
my
the best.
goodness, it's
That is
so
the
good.
best.
Oh, I have Oreo frosted brownie.
Okay, and then I'm not sure what this is. It says
just dough it.
Just dough it.
That's
Look
the
at this.
Cookie
Look at
with
this, you
cookie
guys.
dough
There's
in
something.
the middle.
Oh.
Yeah, and I have a iced Rice Krispie treat that I'm not trading with anyone.
You like Rice Krispies, huh?
I do.
That's
really?
perfect. Look at
I
this.
feel like you either
five-year-old
love them or
and
you hate them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No in between.
All my kids' birthday
Cute.
cakes.
This is where you get it
Sweet
from?
Mandy B's for years and years.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, we've been eating nonstop for today.
Yeah,
Oh, here we go.
Stop now.
Go tea. Let's see. Oh, how is it?
Sugar rush.
It's absolutely delicious.
Team's gonna be ready for a nap
I
after
think
the
so.
show, I think.
We'll be right back. Wow, the newsroom's going to have fun today.
Are you looking for some good food after a Fenwick football game? Then head on over to O'Sullivan's Public House. Located on Madison Street in Forest Park, O'Sullivan's Public House has daily drink specials alongside a year-round beer garden. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. O'Sullivan's PH offers dinner until 10 p.m. Even cooler, O'Sullivan's offers a late-night menu until 11:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. On the weeknights, O'Sullivan's has a late-night menu until 11 p.m. And for the fall season, O'Sullivan's will offer 20% off food for athletes and coaches following home Fenwick games. For more information, go online to o'sullivansfp.com.
Feeling bullied by your bank?
You know there's a fee. That loan application looks complicated.
Any help?
Not really a math guy. I hope you enjoyed our new hold music. Last question, what high school did you go to?
Lincoln South?
Dude, we totally crushed you guys.
At Wintrust, we take a different approach. Whether it's banking solutions, a new home, or financial planning, our local experts are ready to help. Wintrust, different approach, better results.
What are you?
Not everyone gets to have their dream job, myself included. Yeah, some people are brewing delicious beer and serving fine food, like these group of guys in Glenview, who are basically living my best life. We're at 1090 Brewing. Gotta get out this nightmare. Brian, are you trying to play down the glamorous lifestyle of running and owning your own brewery by saying you're the night cleanup boy?
No, I'm actually telling the truth. Hi, I'm Sean Rugstead, Caldwell Banker Realty. I'm out of the Glenview, Illinois office. I left Caldwell Banker a time of transition, thinking that the grass was greener on the other side. I was gone for 2 years and I realized right away I had made a mistake. I love the culture of Caldwell Banker. It's built around the agents. That's something that I felt I was missing before. I started my career here, I built my career here, and they promote success by everybody working together. Everybody can network. You're gonna get tips and tricks, everything to help you succeed as time goes on. It's being rebuilt in ways I would have never imagined. Our back-end system is amazing. It's so in-depth, it's very intuitive, really a great tool that they offer to us is basically your portal for business. Everything that you could ask for is available at your fingertips, and if you don't know about it, our office staff is amazing. Everything about the company is the best.
everybody. Kyle Smith alongside Bob Bilsaway as the St. Ignatius Wolfpack are on the road at beautiful Triton College Stadium to take on the Fenwick Friars. I'm Kyle Smith alongside Bob. It's 7:24 p.m., which means it's about some time for some high school football. It's the battle of I-290, the Oak Park Suburban Friars against the Chicago Wolfpack. It doesn't get much better than this.
No, it doesn't. We got a pep band to the right, and over to our left, a very large student section. Here's the pep band walking onto the field. Both teams are 1-0. St. Ignatius defeated St. Louis University, which I didn't even know was a high school. But St. Ignatius won 56-21. That's a lot of points that they hung on them, right? And then Fenwick in a shutout, 30-0 over Oak Park River Forest. Trying to predict who's going to win this game, there's like no way. I keep wanting to say the score is going to be 21-21, somebody is going to win, but who is the somebody? So I can't, in my mind, give St. Ignatius a fourth touchdown because it's Fenwick's stingy defense, right? The Max Preps has St. Ignatius ranked 17th and Fenwick ranked 57th. So if you go with Max Preps, there's a lot of teams between 17 and 57. So I think I'm going to say Max Preps actually knows what it's talking about. So it's going to be a 21-21 win for St. Ignatius over Fenwick.
I'm going to go with the Friars today. I was really impressed. I was a little surprised that Oak Park River Forest offense struggled so much, but really I was impressed by the Friars last week. Not that I wasn't impressed by St. Ignatius, but I'm used to them winning. I'm used to them dominating opponents. The way Fenwick did it last week, I wasn't expecting that in the Battle of Oak Park.
Well, and you mentioned this is a home game too, so this is a home game for Fenwick, right? But here we are. It's Triton College. It's really the home field. You would never know it's Triton College. Fenwick comes with all the banners. You got the fans, the band, the colors. This looks like a Fenwick home game. They've really dressed this place up nice. And then of course the weather. It's gorgeous out. It's a little bit, I don't want to say chilly, but it's not too hot. It's the right temperature for a football game. Couldn't have it any better than this. A few clouds in the sky, not many. The lights are on. This is what Friday Night Lights is all about.
No Barrack Hill this time around. We're going to find out who the quarterback is for Fenwick. It'll most likely be Frankie Hosty taking the majority of the snap, but don't be surprised if they run some wildcat and some spread formations with Jamin Williams as well, the junior quarterback.
Yeah, I think it's kind of an open competition between those two, Frankie Hosty and Jamin Williams. Not sure who's going to come out ahead. Like you said, it might, it appears to be Hosty to start, but we'll see. It could be either a quick hook or a second half or some series, but I don't think that's settled on the year yet.
We're going to take a break. National Anthem coming up next here on
Amen. Gracious God, as we come together this evening, our hearts are filled with joy and gratitude. We ask for abundant blessings on these student athletes. Instill within them, Lord, respect for each other, sportsmanship, excellence in all things. Trust in your love and your goodness, and we pray in the name of Jesus, who is Lord forever and ever. Amen. St. Ignatius of Loyola, pray for us. St. Dominic, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Featuring a chemical from the class of 1974, Father and Shay, please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem performed by the Fenwick Band.
to take on the St. Ignatius Wolfpack.
It's a loud crowd, but boy, that was a flawless rendition of the Star Spangled Banner, wasn't it? And of course, we had the student crowd singing at the just along with it. It's a wonderful, wonderful game.
Bob, I don't know if it's the best rivalry in the Illinois High School Association, but it might be one of the most underrated.
Well, it is one of the best. About a month ago, in Daily Herald out by me had an article that said, okay, these are the top 5 football game must-sees for the year. And this was a month ago before the season started, and this was one of those 5. I don't know that it was the number 1 game on that list, but just the mere fact that it was on that top 5, and here we are. I looked at our calendar and circled the date, and I was like, oh, good, we are going to be here for that game. So it's going to be exciting. I expect it to be close.
There's nothing like the home opener where they go through the Fenwick Friar banner, getting the home fans excited for the first home game of the prior season.
And there are a lot of home fans here. St. Ignatius didn't travel as well. They're on the far side, and far fewer fans, but of course, being on the far side, their players can hear their home fans, even though they're on the road.
It's quite a contrast, right? Black jerseys against the white jerseys, and then the gold helmets against the all black and white helmets for Fenwick.
Isn't that the color announcer's job to talk about the colors for the teams? I know they've got some commercials like that, right?
The famous 2019 AT&T commercial. It'll be Fenwick to kick, St. Ignatius to receive. Now, we talked about that they beat St. Louis University High School 56-21. Don't forget, it was 21-21. So St. Ignatius struggled a little bit. Then they got on track, 35 unanswered points. Robbie Connor scored 4 touchdowns in that first half.
Well, I'm sure St. Louis University blamed that on the referees. No, I'm just kidding. Like the Ravens the other night, right? But no, they, like you said, they hung on to all those points. So they made the correct adjustments, for example, at halftime. So that's what teams need to do. See what happens in the first half, feel each other out, and make the right halftime adjustments.
Automatic touchback at the high school level. Ball's at the 20. And with the new kickoff rules in the NFL, it's now the 25 or the 30.
Well, and that was a pretty healthy kickoff. Anytime a high schooler can put the ball in the end zone like that and not have a return, that's already a plus for the defense. And as we know, Fenwick is stingy on the defense, and part of being stingy on defense is making sure your special teams are working, and that's already a win for their special team.
First and 10 at the 20. We're going to do scattered backs, one in motion for Ignatius. Almost a false start. As looking to the sideline is Wanzong to his head coach and Matt Miller. They got the big signs. It's like the old Denny's menu that Matt Nagy had coaching the Bears.
The JV game, they would run this play 14 almost incessantly the whole game.
Wanzong gets a lot on the first down carry, and that's what's so difficult about this triple action, Bob. It's 3 options, and you just got to barrel into the quarterback, and if he's going to pitch it out to the right, you just got to let him pitch it, because if you try to read the pitch, he's just going to fake it and run right past you.
Well, it's a lot of run up the middle, and there's a lot of run pass options to the side. But if they keep getting the yardage on the ground, they will stay on the ground. They got their first 5-yard penalty. They get the first down the easy way.
2nd and 3 for the Wolfpack.
Well, now it's a first down because of that penalty. Offsides by the defense, moves it up. They got the first down, so 1 play, 1 first down. Talk about an efficient offense.
1st and 10.
That receiver is out awful wide. Don't figure he's going to throw it that way.
1st and 10 at their own 32. 1 in motion for the Wolfpack. Wanzong will slow it down a little bit.
They got to look.
That's by design. Maybe a little lack of communication between quarterback and his head coach.
Oh, I think it's by design. You get a few offsides calls that way, and then, of course, when that happens, you can see in the background all the signs. So they're running play number 1 again. After all that, it appears.
Fullback dive right up the middle, just like they did last week. Bob, there's no more Justin Scott on this Wolfpack team, but this head coaching staff led by Matt Miller, they just next man up, next guy up to fill in for the graduated player.
I was going to bring that up. We've watched a lot of St. Ignatius over the years, and the players change, but the offense stays the same. And you would think a good coach would modify the offense a little bit to match up with what the kind of talent is you have on the team. And of course they do that, but it's still generally the same offense. Dive up the middle, RPO outside.
3 in the backfield, 2 tailbacks right behind the tight ends. Two tight end set. You'll see a lot of that in the triple option. One in motion, fullback dive.
Yeah.
The Friars run it all the way.
Yeah, see, I like that play, though. Run up the middle until you stop it. Okay, prove that you can stop it. And sometimes it takes Herculean efforts to stop that run up the middle. And if you do expend that Herculean effort, that might put yourself thin on the outside, which would then be more susceptible to a successful RPO. So St. Ignatius doing what they always do, run up the middle until you stop it and then do something different. And this is a play gold 21 as opposed to the prior one, green 31.
Hard to see these numbers on the all-white jerseys.
Well, I was talking about the poster boards on the far side. We're doing the old sign stealing here. There we go. Now it changes to a blue 41.
Wanzong, he'll keep it. He's still on his feet. Wanzong breaks off the tackle near the first down marker. He is so hard to bring down, Bob. He had 4 touchdown rushes and 227 yards rushing in that win over Joliet West.
And in traditional high school fashion, you get close to that first down. They put the ball a little bit further ahead to make sure it looks like a first down. They move the chains and move on. And so far, every play they've called has been successful except for that one right before it up the middle.
They're going to switch the wide receivers. Henry Alden and Michael Mundu, they switch spots. Back to 3 backs. One in motion. Hand off to Connor as he takes a couple of defenders with him. Partner, should the Friars do an all-out blitz and see if Wanzong does a play action and throws it down the field?
Well, I think at some point you're going to want to run blitz. In other words, stuff the middle and force it outside. Because if you get that incomplete pass, it's going to be hard-pressed to run up the middle for 7 yards on 3rd and 7 or something like that. So at some point in time, you got to stuff that run and hope for an incompletion. But you got to be careful because with all this play action, RPO type stuff, you can be susceptible to a long gainer.
Pitch out to the right. He's got blockers in front. First down and more for Joseph Toney. If it broke, don't fix it. Wide pass it. The Friars can't stop it right now.
Well, and if Fenwick is loading up the middle, you know, the Herculean effort to stop the middle, right? If you go wide, that's what we were talking about. They can't cover both. They can't stop both. Stop the middle, they can go wide. If you stop going wide, they can come up the middle. First down again, nothing is stopping them at this point in time. St. Ignatius is on a roll, looking to try to score 56 more points today.
They're on track for it. First and 10 at the 31. You're right, Bob. I do think it's by design.
Oh, clearly, yeah. And then now they look at here, we're talking about a blue 71, whatever that is.
Probably nothing. It's just a snap count try to drop.
It could very well be that.
Wanzong takes the snap. He's going to run with it. Gets a couple of yards and then dogpiled on the play. As leading the way for the Friars was their linebacker in Aiden Brock Burns.
Yeah, the JV game, that kept running that play 14 over and over and over, but it was a different play every time. It would be run wide left, then a run up the middle, then a play action pass to the right. So those numbers clearly mean something, but we don't know.
Clock stops at 7:04. Now it continues to run.
But the offense is absolutely on a roll against a very talented defense.
One in motion. That's Toney. Wanzong takes it. Wanzong still on his feet. First down and more. Eyes the goal line inside the 5. Man, is this guy good.
That was the keeper right up the middle. The counter on the going up the middle and the RPO to the side. 3 yards away from a touchdown. Fenwick can't stop him. Look out. St. Ignatius is living up to being 17th in the state. I wouldn't be surprised to see that go up.
They moved up to the blue division, and this is why. Wanzong to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Right down the field, Bob. 80 yards, not a single passing play.
Well, like they say, 3 yards in a cloud of dust works, but this is like 7 yards in a cloud of pebbles, right? It takes 1 or 2 plays to get a first down every time.
This is a team, they like the analytics, does Matt Miller. They're probably going to kick it, but I wouldn't be shocked if they did a fake kick and a pass.
I'd be shocked to see that. I think they'll just take the one. That's why I couldn't come off that 21-21 tie thing. Nobody's going to kick a field goal today. They're all going to go for touchdowns on 4th down.
Extra point is good. We're going to take a break. It's 7-0 Wolfpack here on SBN.
Are you looking for some good food after a Fenwick football game? Then head on over to O'Sullivan's Public House. Located on Madison Street in Forest Park, O'Sullivan's Public House has daily drink specials alongside a year-round beer garden. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. O'Sullivan's PH offers dinner until 10 p.m. Even cooler, O'Sullivan's offers a late-night menu until 11:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. On the weeknights, O'Sullivan's has a late-night menu until 11 p.m. And for the fall season, O'Sullivan's will offer 20% off food for athletes and coaches following home Fenwick games. For more information, go online to o'sullivansfp.com.
Kickoff coming off. It'll be the Wolfpack kicking to the Friars. I'm Kyle Smith alongside Bob Ilsaway. Well, the Friars defense, hopefully they have a couple minutes to rest, and this Friar offense either puts points on the boards or gets a couple of first downs to give their defense a much-needed rest.
Well, in typical fashion, too, Fenwick does like to throw the ball, so I think we're going to see at least finally somebody throwing the ball. But, why throw it if you can run it? So I think we'll see a couple of, running plays from Fenwick, see what they can do on the ground before they put the ball in the air and see which one of their quarterbacks is going to be the one for the future.
He gains much needed yardage for this Fenwick offense, and let's see who they put under center. My guess would be Frankie Hosty.
Well, and that's the beauty of a kick that goes into the end zone, because the ball at the 25-yard line is one thing, the ball at the 35-yard line
20 at high school, 25 in the NFL.
Right, versus the 35-yard line here, so it's 15-yard difference, right? Yeah.
It just gives your offense an extra boost of confidence, because the way that St. Ignatius was going down the field, Hosty and Williams might be thinking, look, we might have to win 35-28 because Wanzung is having his way on this triple option right now.
That does go through your mind as a quarterback and more importantly, the coach.
One in motion for the Friars. They fake the handoff right down the field and just out of the reach of the safety on the play, and Connor Heights. Not the greatest pass, Bob, and that could have been a pick easily for the Wolfpack if he hadn't overthrown his wide receiver.
Right. I like what they did, though, opened it up. They started out first off with Jamin Williams, right? In the first play, deep right pass. I like that because that softens up the defense. It was a perfect spiral, but not enough air under it, too flat and too far. But I like it. So you open up the defense. Now you can curl back into the middle on one of those pass plays.
Williams takes the snap. Here comes the pressure. He's got to roll outside the pocket. Short pass, first down and more, as it's delivered to Jalen Morgan. That's a way to get your quarterback some confidence. A little short pass, and then you get a first down out of it.
Well, that's all by design. You throw it long on one side and short on the other. Right now, I expected some runs, and it didn't happen, so I think we're going to see an aerial attack here from Fenwick with a little bit of some speed from the quarterback for running for first downs.
Williams, handoff, still on his feet. Hesitation, moving to beauty. Brought down, but not before he gets a first down as the Friars keep on driving.
This reminds me of those, pro, Shanahan offenses where they have the first 14 plays scripted, and on defense, you almost can't stop it. Perfect, right up the middle after two passes.
They've got Morgan in the backfield, fakes it to Morgan, short pass. And was that picked off?
No, but that's great defense. The ball was thrown behind the line, right, and it got stuffed. So now you're talking about either if it was incomplete, 2nd and 10, or if it was complete, 2nd and about 13. Looks like incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Looks like the Jumbotron guy didn't see it. The clock keeps running. 2nd and 12. Actually, they're going to say it was complete, so they lost 2 yards on the play.
Right.
So I was wrong. The Jumbotron guy was right.
Well, speaking of that, the PA announcer here for the JV game was absolutely terrific. It was almost like a play-by-play guy. Got every ball and down and who got the tackle even. Did a great job, that PA announcer.
Morgan in the backfield. Not the best snap. Quick pass delivered out to Ramius. As Ramius gets the first down and more. Well, you know what? Fenwick will take the win, however they got to do it. If they got to beat St. Ignatius in a shootout, they'll do that too.
Well, they haven't won yet, but I really think it goes back to the opening pass. It was pass deep right? So it opened up the pass short right, because you have to respect that long pass.
Early on, both offenses succeeding. Quarterback sneak as he gets out of bounds to Williams. See if he got past the original line of scrimmage. Late flag from the back judge.
Yeah, we had a little rumble in the defensive backfield there. Some additional blocking after the whistle, we'll just say it that way, right? Looked like Adam Calicdan? There's a name I know not. Calicdan was on top of the defender and stayed on top of the defender even after the play went out of bounds.
on Fenwick.
Yeah, that's kind of I'll say a rally killer, a drive killer. But so far, Fenwick's been able to move the ball large chunks, but now they're going to have to move the ball with large chunks to get that first down back. Those kind of penalties, you just can't have them.
First and 10 as they lose. They call a hold, or did they call it unsportsmanlike conduct?
Unsportsmanlike conduct should be 15 yards, yeah, from the point of the foul, I would have thought, but maybe it's down from the scrimmage line, yeah.
The original line of scrimmage, so it's 15 yards
Yeah.
back.
So Jamin Williams, I think, did an RPO on that first one, probably unwisely held the ball.
Williams outside the pocket, screen pass. Read well by St. Ignatius, has a beautiful open field tackle by Ian Burris.
That was also well executed on offense. They let the defenders get through. Williams went to the right. There was all kinds of blocking in front. St. Ignatius just ran it down. They did a great job of stopping that. 3rd and long now.
They accidentally put 2nd and 323 on the board.
Well, now see, OCR would pick that up, and that's what you'd see on the scoreboard, right?
3rd down and very long.
That's going to be 5 yards. But interesting, though, how he went forward from the outside. So he was either looking for a receiver screen or he was blitzing. And if he was blitzing, there was nobody between him and the quarterback.
All right, partner, it's 3rd and 11. Ideally, you probably want at least 5 yards to consider going for it.
Well, I think it doesn't matter if they get 0 through 11 yards. I think they're going for it. So 5 yards would be nice for sure. But
I think you want to give your defense some confidence by getting points on the board with a field goal. But let's see what they do here.
I think they'll go deep.
Williams almost picked off. It was in and out of the hands of Connor Wanzung. That is Jack Wanzung's little brother. And 4th and 11 coming up. The special teams unit in for the Friars.
Right, so there's my prediction of no field goals in this game going away right away in the first quarter. So now if it goes through the uprights, it can't be a 21-21 final.
So where's the ball, Bob? It looks like it's spotted.
29, so 39-yarder.
Yeah, 29.
And appropriately, a 29 is actually kicking the ball, too.
Oh, okay, I got it. 29 to kick. Kick is up, and it's good for Fenwick. Go and serve. We're going to take a break. It's 7-3 Wolfpack here on Sports Broadcast Regions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Isn't that putting the cart before the horse?
Yep.
You're not supposed to do that.
Nowadays, you have to, especially in the housing market, where you need to get a mortgage before you find the house. That's why with the Get Committed program from Compass Mortgage, you'll have a fully underwritten loan commitment that stands out even amongst cash offers.
I just thought it was funny that 29 was kicking from the 29-yard line.
7-3. It was a 39-yard field goal. The line of scrimmage was the 22-yard line for serve. As he'll also do the kickoff duties here.
Well, as he should. He put that last kick into the end zone. Let's see if he does it again.
Yep. Drive kick. No one's going to return that. What a boot.
Yeah, I'm thinking the soccer team is missing out on somebody.
Well, depending where he plays after high school, he might make more money someday in the NFL than Major League Soccer.
Well, he's heading in the right direction. It's a couple of really nice kickoffs. Keeps St. Ignatius backed up. But so far, St. Ignatius doesn't seem to care where they start. They just run the ball and get however many yards they need until they score. And they probably figure, a field goal to Fenwick is a success. Fenwick is also thinking that field goal was a success after that unsportsmanlike penalty.
If you remember, Bob, Wanzung got hurt last year against Nate Marshall and this Fenwick defense. We'll see if Wanzung thinks about that on this next drive, try to avoid getting injured. Wanzung keeps it himself. This time, a whole slew of defenders there to greet him, and it wasn't a friendly greeting.
I think the only way to avoid getting injured in football is to not play football.
Or be a kicker or a punter.
Well, hamstrings or something, yeah, right.
You could be the third-string quarterback.
Yeah, you got a point, except you are throwing the ball in practices and stuff.
2nd and 9 at their own 21. That's probably the shortest yardage that Wanzung has gained all night.
Well, and Fenwick is very capable of adjusting even in the first quarter, so they don't have to wait till halftime to make some adjustments.
Couple in the backfield, one in motion. It's going to be a handoff. And a big time hit delivered by the Friars. Starting the hit was Jack Keys, and helping him deliver it was Charlie Heinrichs.
How do you say it any better than big hit? He measured him and leveled him.
3rd and 6 at their own 24. If they get at least 5 yards, Bob, they'll probably go for it.
Yeah, that's a tough call. Well, if they get 5 yards, looks like they're going to get a first down, right? But to your point being, if they get 3 or 4 yards, it's 4th and 1. Do they still go for it in their own end?
3rd and 6.
We'll see what they do.
1 in motion, and he comes set. This time, Lanzong will pass. Deflected away by the Friars. Deflected away by Fenwick's Nate Marshall. You know, partner, he likes to change numbers. Sometimes he wears 90, sometimes he wears 9. Today he wears 9.
I can't help but think it reminded me of Angel Reese shooting the ball and the WNBA having it blocked. That ball was just absolutely stuffed.
Also a basketball player. It showed on that play, looked like the man in the middle blocking that layup attempt from the point guard.
Yeah, well, he is a good basketball player too.
Not the greatest snap, but does get the punt off.
You know, that was almost blocked, and he had to hurry to get it off, and it wasn't really a great punt in any terms. So now Fenwick with the ball in St. Ignatius' territory, only down by 4 points, and they have their own potent offense. So this is a great game that we're watching here, but it's going fast. Minute 57 to go in the first quarter.
So Fenwick gets the ball back. They get a much-needed 3rd and out on defense.
Right, and Williams is proving out to be pretty good. I like his speed. I like his decision-making so far. You really got to give the coach kudos for some great play calls until that unfortunate penalty.
1st and 10. Williams has also been inaccurate at times, and he's had opportunities to be picked off. Hand off to Morgan. Nice hit from behind by Elliott Kemphughes.
Yeah, but you know what? You're right. He threw the ball deep twice, and it looked like he threw it into traffic both times. Both of them were incomplete, but they were also really nice deep spirals. So, as time goes on, he's got some giddy up on the ball, and that is a very, very good trait to have in your quarterback.
Jalen Morgan in the backfield. They'll switch the wide receivers. 3 on the right side, 1 in the slot. Hand off to Morgan. Short game.
We have some laundry on the field, though.
My guess it's going to Fenwick.
I haven't seen a preliminary signal, just some laundry on the field.
Usually when they call it right away, it's usually on the offense.
They're talking about it. Is that really what you saw?
Well, you don't want to change your mind. Either make your call or just no call.
Well, they're pushing St. Ignatius back. So offsides has to be offsides. We never saw a signal. At least we didn't. That's why our highly paid cameraman is there to film it for us.
It was 3rd and 11.
2nd and about 6.
3rd and 6.
3rd and about 6.
Offside called on St. Ignatius.
Well, it was a good time for it. Those 5 yards is definitely going to help. Let's see if they throw it over the middle.
I think they got off the 3rd down on the board.
They keep it on the ground.
Yeah, I think it was a 5-yard face mask because they took off the 3rd and 11 on the Jumbotron. They still, at the high school level, they still have the old 5- and 15-yard face mask. They got rid of those at the NFL level.
Yeah, I never saw the preliminary signal. That flag came out quick.
Came out quickly.
Now it's 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4 now for the Friars. Ball at the Ignatius 41.
I like this Fenwick offense, so it's hard to tell. It's hard to predict what they're going to do. They run a lot of the same plays from the same formation, so you're never sure if it's a run or a pass just by looking at the formation. Last time I thought for sure they were passing, they ran right up the middle. And now we got a timeout.
Yeah, they tried to do the hard count. Ignatius did not fall for it, so a timeout called by the Friars. We'll stick with the action. It's 7-3. Actually, that's the end of the
Right.
So we're going to take a break. It's 7-3 in favor of Ignatius here on that.
Feeling bullied by your bank?
You know there's a fee. That loan application looks complicated.
Any help?
Not really a math guy. I hope you enjoyed our new hold music. Last question, what high school did you go to?
Lincoln South?
Dude, we totally crushed you guys.
At Wintrust, we take a different approach. Whether it's banking solutions, a new home, or financial planning, our local experts are ready to help. Wintrust, different approach, better results.
What are you?
Ever since I was a little kid, I've been interested in the ideas of justice and fairness and equality. That's why I became a lawyer. I have the opportunity to advance.
34 coming out for the Friars.
Well, this is one of those big plays of the game, right? Except here, I feel like no matter what they do, they're going for it on fourth down. So it's 4 down territory here.
Ignatius shows blitz.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Jalen Williams run out of this right or left to get around that blitz, pick up the 4 yards that way, but we'll see what he does.
I agree with you, Bob. Get him out in space, see what he can do. Hand off the right guard. He was just absolutely destroyed on the play at the point of attack.
But he did get the 3 out of 4 yards he needed. So now the question is run the same play and pick up the other the other yard or go wide. Looks like it's not exactly a favorable mark on that. So 2 yards to go. They're going for it, like we said, 4 down territory here. It's be a good time for play action, but I think they'll just still run it right up the gut, get the 2 yards, and pick up the first down.
You also want to limit the amount of times that Wanzung can touch the ball.
That's correct.
Expand this drive if you can, extend it. They try to draw him offside. It's a very disciplined Wolfpack team. Ball placed at 39, they got to get to the 37 to extend the drive. Williams takes the snap. He scans the field, still in the pocket. Here comes the pressure. Really close, but he got it. On that second effort, he got the first down.
He was stuffed right at that line. Now you figure he's probably going to get the first down because the referees are very generous when they get to the line marker. But that second effort spin got him 2 more yards, guaranteed the first down. Really nice job running. But he waited a long time before he bolted out of that pocket.
It looks like the Friars have found themselves a player in number 12, Jamin Williams. Clean pocket for Williams. He scans the field, then he'll roll to the right. Tough run, Bob. Probably still should have completed that pass.
Well, and we've seen a couple of inaccuracies, right? That first pass was over everybody, although I liked that pass. That other one deep was into a crowd, and this one looked like the receiver was wide open, still threw it, too far to the right. But I think they'll get better with experience. I think he was making sure the defender was not going to get to that. It was a long throw across the field, so he just wanted to make sure if anybody can get it, it's his own player, and there's not going to be a pick six.
Second and 10. Williams with time. His receiver wasn't ready for it. And he was absolutely smashed on the play.
Oh, boy. Here comes the flag. They're going to say hitting the defenseless receiver, I'm sure. That's what happens, though, when the defense plays his own and the receiver comes right at you. You hit him when you think he's got the ball, and, well, he didn't have the ball. He got hit, and out comes the flag. It'll be 15 yards from there.
Yeah, you got to lead with the shoulder. You can't do helmet to helmet or helmet to shoulder.
Yeah, I didn't see helmet to anything. I just think it was just a defenseless receiver that probably shouldn't have been clobbered or destroyed or whatever adjective you want to use.
They just call unsportsmanlike conduct. They don't call targeting. I definitely think it was helmet to shoulder. I don't think it was helmet to helmet.
Well, we'd have to watch the replay. I didn't think it was helmet to anything. It's just a hard hit. But whatever, it's 15 yards, and that's the beauty of these broadcasts, right? You can go back and take a look at the replay and catch up during the commercials.
Big break for the Friars. 1st and 10 at the Wolfpack 15. Hand off to Morgan. Takes his time. Morgan still on his feet. Eyes the goal line inside the 5. Bob, it's the old Le'Veon Bell run. Take your time, take your time. If the first hole isn't there, be patient, and he goes through the second hole.
I was just thinking of how St. Ignatius looked so superb after that first drive with the 7-0 lead. You're starting thinking about, well, maybe 56-0 kinds of scores. Right now, Fenwick gets 3 yards. They got the lead.
1st and goal at the 3. One in the backfield. Hand off for Morgan, but he's stuffed. And he's stuffed short that time by Hayes Mueller. 2nd and goal. Let's see if they gave him a yard.
Yeah, Haynes Mueller went for a ride. That was a real strong run.
They gave him 2 yards. I disagree. I think he only got a yard, but they're going to give him 2 yards.
Well, and let's call it in the middle, right? A yard and a half away from a touchdown here. So a yard and a half away from a 3-point lead.
If you haven't practiced I formation a lot, would you feel comfortable running a I formation play here? This is kind of the spot you want to run I formation.
Yeah, I agree with you. This would be a spot for an I formation, but I don't think they are using that at all so far today. So we've been talking about running every play from the same formation pretty much. Probably not going to change that. Well, here's a little different look.
Second and goal at the 1. Going to scatter the backs. Williams to the end zone. Touchdown, Marshall! Williams hasn't been the most accurate pass tonight, but that was a beauty on the fade route.
I was waiting for you to say something like that. If you didn't, I was. That was perfectly accurate, perfectly thrown over the defender. Marshall with the catch in the end zone. Of course, he's a great rebounder, tall, good leaper. It's easier to throw it to him, but nonetheless, that had to be perfectly thrown. And it wasn't exactly a short pass. It was all the way from the middle of the field all the way to the sideline. Really nice, accurate throw. We love this kicker.
It's 10-7. Noah Sir has 4 points on the night thus far. We'll take a break. You're watching SBS, the broadcast.
Are you looking for some good food after a Fenwick football game? Then head on over to O'Sullivan's Public House. Located on Madison Street in Forest Park, O'Sullivan's Public House has daily drink specials alongside a year-round beer garden. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. O'Sullivan's PH offers dinner until 10 p.m. Even cooler, O'Sullivan's offers a late-night menu until 11:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. On the weeknights, O'Sullivan's has a late-night menu until 11 p.m. And for the fall season, O'Sullivan's will offer 20% off food for athletes and
10-7 lead for the Friars. I'm Kyle Smith alongside Bob Bilsaway. Let's see how this Wolfpack offense regroups after that 3-and-out they had on their last drive.
You know, you're really a polite broadcaster. You don't have to call Noah Sir.
How long have you been holding that one in? This time the Wolfpack will return it inside their own 5. Gets to the near sideline, still on his feet, and then driven out of bounds with a nice open field tackle by Aiden Burns. 1st and 10 coming up for the Wolfpack. You know, still back on Fenwick just for a minute. Both quarterbacks, we weren't sure who the quarterback was going to be, Jamin Williams or Frankie Hosty, right? Jamin Williams got the start. I tell my players this all the time. You need to get the job in August before your first game, because once somebody has the job, if they're doing the job, it's really hard to take that job over. You need to win the starting job. If Williams continues to go at this pace, Frankie Hosty might never see the field, and that's a shame because Hosty's also probably very good. He just doesn't have the athleticism, though, that Williams.
Well, we don't know that. We haven't seen him. But you know, what we did know is the coach didn't know who he was going to select. He had to try out, obviously, and practice over the course of many practices, and this is where he settled.
Wanzung will pass. Oh, boy, right through the arms and hands of Michael Mundo. That's not on the quarterback.
You feel like the receiver should have had it, unless it was, you know, somehow too low or screened, or I don't know. Maybe the receiver looked too late. Unfortunately, incomplete, 2nd and 10, and that's one of the few times St. Ignatius threw the ball. I think if I'm Fenwick, I stuff the middle and, you know, force them to have to throw more.
Wanzung looks to the sideline. One in motion. Wanzung Keat trying to get to the edge and still go up the middle. Still on his feet and brought down by the Friars. Finishing the tackle with Michael Murphy. 3rd and long. This is not what the Wolfpack like because it's not a passing dominant team.
Right, exactly right. And they're not exactly in 4-down territory either here, right. But that was terrific pursuit on defense from Fenwick, who is now leading this game.
Got to get at least 9 to consider. Well, it's 3rd and 8, so you got to get at least 7 to consider going for it.
Yeah, I'm kind of on that same page. If you don't get a first down, I'm thinking you punt this away.
Tony will go near the sideline. He'll be wide for the Wolfpack. 3 wide receivers might be a passing play for Wanzung.
Yeah, they do need the first. If I recall, their last punt was not for very many yards.
Wanzung. Here comes the pressure. In the pocket. Nice strike down the middle as it was right in stride to Finn Hines. And boy, did the Wolfpack offense need that.
That could not have been more perfectly delivered if somebody walked out there and delivered it on a silver platter. You said the words, in stride.
Caleb Williams, take notes. 1st and 10 at the Friar 46. And The whole crowd at Triton College, dead silent right now.
Well, that's what you need to do. You keep making plays like that and keep the crowd quiet, because this crowd can be boisterous.
Handoff to the left side, Wanzong. He's so hard to bring down, partner.
Yeah, that went well as well. Just followed the fake handoff and off the left tackle for the, 6-yard gain? 5-yard gain maybe?
When we talked to Matthew Battaglia, he says the players are finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. It's what they've been training for the last 9 to 10 months. They look like it tonight. This is a tough Friar team. They were in the state quarterfinals last year. In the state semis, they were a field goal away from going to the championship game 2 years ago. But look, the Friars are going toe-to-toe, tick for tack with them tonight.
Not bad for a 57th ranked team, right?
2nd and 5, not the best snap. Wanzong will take it, maybe got a yard. 3rd and manageable coming up.
Well, and it's 2-down territory now for St. Ignatius, so if I'm them, I keep the ball on the ground both times. Maybe go up the middle the first time, wide the second time. I'm not going to pass the ball here, but the more receivers you put on the outside, the fewer defenders are going to be up the middle to stop something.
Nate Marshall, who recently changed his commit from Michigan to Auburn. Maybe if Jim Harbaugh was still the coach, he'd still be at Michigan.
That might be very true, but that was a big deal, changing from that school to that school. Auburn, wow.
34th to 40. Wanzong keeps it. Wanzong close to the first down, and he got it.
It's a good run again.
You got to think, though, will these hits eventually get to Wanzong as Marshall and the other linebackers? One guy makes the tackle, the second one finishes it. Will those hits get to him as this game continues onward?
Yeah, no, I don't think that's going to be the case. But what I'm starting to think here is whoever has the ball last is going to win the game. I mean, it just sounds like, it's so cliche, right? But nobody can stop anybody. I mean, all the offenses are just doing terrific today.
1st and 10 at the Friar 34.
And I would run away from Marshall the whole game.
He's fast, though. You try to get to the edge. He has recovery speed. One in motion. Pitch play to the left. Still on his feet. Has a nice pitch over to Liam Hines.
It's amazing how unpredictable St. Ignatius can be, even without ever passing, hardly.
If you're Coach Battaglia, would you consider some substitutions, get some fresh legs out there? Maybe they get a better shot at getting Wanzong down to the turf quicker?
Well, I mean, of course, because you have to keep the players fresh throughout the game, but you can't do wholesale substitutions, right? No, yeah, and also early in the season, you might find some real surprises by putting somebody in. So, yeah, you have to continue to sub.
2nd and 5.
It's amazing. You go through all training camp and everything, and you think you got your starter, and then you put somebody else in on a lark, and all of a sudden, whoa.
Malcolm Butler story. 2nd and 5 to the 29. Hines in motion. Wanzong keeps. No, it's a fake. He faked out me. Did you see that, Bob?
I was faked out just the same. That was some A-plus ball handling. Yeah, when the quarterback got held up, I was like, why aren't you pushing him down? Put him on the ground. You got to tackle him. Of course, the ball is 10 yards downfield.
Little shovel pass.
That was a really nice ball handling. That's one of those. You got to practice that a little while before you can get that to work, and boy, did that work.
1st and 10 at the Friar 13. They were rambunctious and standing up, this Triton College crowd, dead silent and sitting down now.
What a great seesaw battle here.
Hines back on the line of scrimmage. Wanzong keeps near the 10-yard line. And Bob, this is probably 4-down territory for the Wolfpack.
Well, I was thinking something different too. I'm looking at the clock, 3:56 and running, right? Okay, so part of it is, even though Fenwick can throw the ball and can score quickly, you want to leave not a whole heck of a lot of time left in the first half. So you want to score here, but you want to run some clock. So you really don't want to get a touchdown on this play or maybe even on the next play. You just want to keep getting 5 yards and moving the chain until eventually you walk it into the end zone. But you don't want to leave any time on the clock.
Jack Wanzong, what an athlete he is. Led his Wolfpack to the quarterfinals last year. This time, he's stuffed.
See, now you're 3rd and 5. I think you are in 4-down territory, and you are running the clock, so it's exactly what St. Ignatius really needs.
Whatever you do not turn the ball over. If it's not there on a passing play, just throw it away and kick the field goal.
Well, you're right. On 4th and 7, you don't want to leave those 3 points on the field. We haven't seen St. Ignatius' kicker yet this year other than that one punt.
You got to get at least, 3 or 4 yards to consider going for it?
That gets tough too, because you could be leaving those 3 points on the board again.
One in the backfield might be a passing play. Wanzung rolls to the right. Wanzung, as he stretches past the 10, but he's well short of the first.
I'm surprised I don't see a special team unit sprinting onto the field right now, and they are not. So it does appear that they're going to go for it. But they knew they were going for it on the play call prior.
Both teams have 3 timeouts, so if the Friars don't call a timeout here, which I'm surprised they haven't, because if I was the Wolfpack, I would try to draw them offside, run as much clock off the, run as much time off the clock. If you don't draw them offside, then you call a timeout. 4th and 4.
Yeah, but after the timeout, the key would be what do you do, and I would kick it. I would take the 3 points.
Right.
Yeah.
Try to draw them offside. If you can't do it, then take the 3.
It looks like that is what they're headed toward.
You almost got them.
Yeah, they did almost get him.
This is where the leadership, the senior leadership of Marshall comes into play, telling his linebackers, don't jump, don't jump. 4th and 4. Play a game against the Wolfpack.
That or a timeout? I think it was a timeout. The flag went up, but I think it was a timeout in time. Just like you said they were going to do it, right? Try to draw them offside. That doesn't work. Run the clock down as much as they can. Call a timeout. Kick the field goal.
Are you surprised Battaglia didn't call a timeout? I'm surprised he didn't.
Thought he did.
I don't think Wolfpack called a timeout. Yeah, St. Ignatius timeout. We'll stick with the action. Timeout, Wolfpack. So Battaglia still has all 3 timeouts. A lot of clock went down, though. He could have called a timeout at 2:45 or 2:30 to give his offense more time.
Yeah, you're right. He could have. Obviously, now he's got the timeouts and some time when he gets the ball again.
Good news is for Fenwick, clock stops briefly on a 1st down, and they've gotten a lot of them in this first half.
And they have the passing offense that can score quickly. But St. Ignatius did do a good job running the clock down to as far as they did run it down. They're probably going to get 3 points from here. I think this is the field goal unit that's coming on now. It's a wise take. Get the 3 points, tie the game up. Then you've got the 17th ranked team against the 57th ranked team and a half of a game to go.
4th and 4. It most likely be a field goal, but don't be surprised if they do the fake, but I think they're going to kick it.
I would absolutely be surprised, despite you telling me not to be surprised.
It was there, and the kick, it was late, but he got it through. Nice instant penetration, leading the way by number 9, Nate Marshall. It's a 10-10 score. We'll take a break here on SB.
Ever since I was a little kid, I've been interested in the ideas of justice and fairness and equality. That's why I became a lawyer. I have the opportunity to advance these ideals. Now more than ever in our world, it is important that we highlight these issues. It's important that we fight for these issues. And my clients know that Keating Law Offices will not just fight for them, but they will fight for these ideals.
The question also becomes how far do they return it?
1st and 10 at their own 40.
It's funny how you call it 1st and 10 at the 40.
Well, we've seen onside kicks at inopportune times for both teams as we've announced high school football. I'm not saying the Wolfpack are going to do that, but...
No, they'll kick it deep. The question is going to be how far will it get returned. It'd be nice to have that kicker that can kick it into the end zone.
Chip kick. Backtrack the catch. From the 10 to the 15, now the 20 still on his feet. Good open field tackle near the 25.
You could say he was drilled at the 23-yard line on that kickoff return, though.
He didn't make that tackle. Might have been a return for a touchdown.
Didn't it look like there was a lot of open field on the far right? Yeah, if he got through that tackle, but that tackle was solid. All right, so I got, what, minute 39 to get 70 yards-ish? See if they can do it through the air with 3 timeouts.
Remember, an incomplete pass is a free timeout for the Wolfpack. So if you get 2 incomplete passes in a row, that makes it third and 10. It's almost like giving the Wolfpack 2 free timeouts. You got to be careful here on the play calling if you're Fenwick.
Yeah, you don't want incomplete passes, which then kind of says you want to throw it short. But we'll see. Yeah, because every time you get a first down, it stops the clock a bit.
Screen pass. And it gets out to the sideline.
Good play call. Oh, now we got a penalty.
Most likely be a face mask against the Flyers.
We're all holding our breaths here on what the penalty actually was.
You know, Matt Miller, he's a daredevil at times. He only got 7 yards. The Wolfpack want the ball back. I would accept the holding call, but you also want the ball back. 2nd and 7, the Friars lose it down.
Yeah, I would accept the penalty. The yards. You want the yards.
Remember, though, if the Friars end up running the ball, then you got to burn timeouts to get the ball back on a punt. If you don't accept the penalty, so it is a penalty, and they're offsetting.
Offsetting. Guess they didn't see that coming.
Yeah, usually when they throw the flag out of bounds, it's usually like a face mask or a late hit. So I'm not surprised on the flag on St. Ignatius.
So it's even. They put a penalty against each team, offsetting, and it's a 10-10 game.
So I guess they were both after the play went out of bounds. So did they say first or second now?
It says first on the
They might not update it.
yeah,
Right now we got 1st and 10, ball.
1st and 2.
Williams looks downfield. He struggled with that tonight, though.
Yeah, I'd like to see him, if he's really going to go downfield, if it's not just a message to get the defenders to play deeper, then I'd like to see more air under the ball. But in this particular case, the defense was behind the receiver, so if you put too much air under the ball, it's more likely to be an interception than a completion. So overthrowing the receiver was maybe the right thing to do. But he has a nice, deep spiral, so the guy's got a rocket for an arm.
For the Wolfpack, 13 rushes for 73 yards, just 11 for 29 for Fenwick.
In 2nd and 2. I like that, taking a shot on 1st and 2.
You can run the ball if you want. Remember, clock stops briefly on 1st down. Williams will pass, short pass. They'll get the 1st and more.
Boy, talk about the right play call. He was absolutely blitzed. It wasn't a screen pass. It was a short pass over the middle. But the offensive line, I'm sorry, the defensive line cleared out. 1st and 10, almost midfield.
Taglia chooses not to use his timeout.
Oh no!
Man overthrew him. That might be a flag on Fenwick in the
You know, I would call I would not have called a flag, but if you're gonna call the flag, it looked to me like it was on the offense. But I don't know. We'll see.
It should be on number 2 for Fenwick.
That's what it looked like. Treston Smith.
Should be unsportsmanlike against Treston Smith.
Yeah, you know, I'd say to the referee there, the umpire, just let that go.
If you don't call it there, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse.
Oh, maybe.
They're going to test you until you finally start calling stuff.
Yeah, and there was offsetting penalties on this side. Maybe the referees are saying we got to call this tighter. I'll just say I'm not
a friendly rivalry either.
Well, I'm just going to say it was an unnecessary call to be made, and it is on 2. It is on Treston Smith.
Call. I mean, it was unsportsmanlike conduct. It's not like he didn't do anything wrong. He did something wrong. Was it blatant? You could make the argument that it wasn't blatant.
Yeah, like I said, I would let it go, but they didn't, and it's pushing the ball back.
Well, you know, you can't really run the ball because St. Ignatius has 2 timeouts. I guess you run it twice, and then again, and then run the clock out.
Or throw it deep a couple more times. There's not a whole lot of time. You have a good punter.
2nd and 25. This time Williams will run with it. Eyeing the out of bounds and does.
Another alternative is pick up 100 yards on a good, quarterback scamper.
Clock stops for the Friars. Friars, remember, they have all 3. St. Ignatius with 2 timeouts.
I like the idea of, again, a deep pass. Now he's only got to get 15 yards at this point, but a deep pass, put air under it, give your receiver a chance for a catch on his own or pass interference.
Williams eyes the blitz. St. Ignatius showing it.
But if you don't get a 1st down here, you kind of, again, are stuck with punting.
Here comes the blitz from the Wolfpack. Williams rolls outside the pocket. Williams. And he gets out of bounds, and that's a free timeout for the Wolfpack. You'd almost like for Williams to do the quarterback slide and force the Wolfpack to call their 2nd timeout.
Well, that or you go to defensive player into whacking you in the head on those slides. I don't like it when these quarterbacks slide late and then they get hit in the head.
Do that, try to get the first. He's nowhere close to the first down marker. Now you gave the Wolfpack a free timeout.
Well, and it's fourth down. Do you go for it? Because if you don't make it.
Now you got to punt.
Oh, they're not.
Well, maybe try to draw them offside.
No, they're going to play. They're going to run it. I mean, pass it.
I'm surprised. Yeah, there's the hard foul again.
Yeah, but 5 yards. They're not doing that for 5 yards here.
Well, you get the hard count, then you definitely go for it. It goes from 4th and 8 to 4th and 3. Williams is athletic, so if you want to do a pooch punt or a rugby-style punt, you could do that.
Yeah.
Draw him offside. Battaglia calls his first timeout.
Right.
We'll take a timeout as well. It's Fenwick 10, St. Ignatius 10 here right now.
Isn't that putting the cart before the horse? Yep. You're not supposed to do that.
Nowadays, you have to, especially in the housing market, where you need to get a mortgage before you find the house. That's why with the Get Committed program from Compass Mortgage, you'll have a fully underwritten loan commitment that stands out even amongst cash offers. Not to mention, once you find the perfect home, you could close in as little as 15 days. Hey, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You're pretty big on horse.
4th and 8 after the timeout by Matt Battaglia. Williams still in the game.
Yeah,
it's going to be a pooch punt.
This surprises me. I mean, unless he's a good pooch punter, well, he's going for it. With 48 seconds to go, he trusts his defense.
Another hard count.
Again? Well, they do have another timeout. They really want that 5 yards.
You could just do hard counts,
Yeah.
call more timeouts.
Right.
In the NFL, you can't call back-to-back timeouts. Yeah, going for it. Here comes the pressure. No chance for Williams.
Yeah, see, that's where it becomes unwise. So you've got 42 seconds to go, and St. Ignatius has the ball in your side of the field. One completion later, at least you got a field goal.
It's also a St. Ignatius team that doesn't like to throw the ball. Although they had a nice completion to Hines, Wanzog is not known for throwing the ball, so why wouldn't you want to punt it deep and force the Ignatius Wolfpack offense to beat you with passing?
Well, clearly Fenwick wants to be the aggressor in this game, but yeah, that one absolutely backfired. Let's see if it costs him any points.
Remember, clock stops on a first. I know I've been repetitive with that, but it's important to keep in mind. You get the first down on a first, you don't have to spike it right away. Wanzong, no pass. Clean pocket, looks downfield, wide open man at the 10, the 5, dives for the pylon and inside the 3.
So now you know that they're going to run it right through the middle.
I would call a timeout here, and I'm surprised they are.
Well, the clock stopped
Right, well, stops on
for the first down. They don't need to call the timeout. I think they'll just run it right up the gut.
Marshall trying to get set. Hand off. I don't think he got in.
No, there's no call for it. That's true.
They try to do a quick snap. Here's the problem with that, Bob. Yes, the defense might not be ready, but your offense might also not be ready.
Yeah, you got a point. But they did call timeout. They got plenty of time to score a touchdown. That ball absolutely should have been punted. And I don't think this is hindsight. We were talking about it.
Yeah, just like Williams can do that. You run him out to the right on a rugby-style punt and have him try to punt it 20 or 30.
Yeah, why do that, though? Just get your punter out there.
Yeah, do that too.
Yeah.
Remember, though, you change between your center and your long snapper. Maybe your long snapper's been a little shaky in practice.
Well, so far, Fenwick's kicking game has been spot on. I'm sure they got a punter that can get this job done. We haven't seen it, but I have confidence in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe your long snapper was shaky in practice, and your center's a better snapper than your long snapper.
So the center got COVID, and he's not here today?
No, but I'm saying because the center was in on that play to Williams, so you want your center to a clean shotgun and then Williams on the rugby-style punt. Anyway, 2nd and goal for the Wolves.
And a deadly 7-point deficit that they didn't need to have here. So Fenwick coaches misplayed that.
2nd and goal.
And then they let the receiver get behind him.
Wanzong Song dives for the end zone.
You know what play that was?
Touchdown, Wolfpack.
You know what play that was, right? The Philly dive in the middle. He got pushed from behind. It was a really well executed tush push.
So how do we trademark it? Is it the tush push or the brotherly shove?
Yeah, it started out tush push and then they changed it to brotherly shove. So I think you have to trademark the second one. They deserve to have trademarks on both. But now without their center, they're not running that play as near as I can see.
As much as I love Jalen Hurts, it's really Jason Kelsey who runs the show on the tush push. Of course, he retired. 16-10. And Matt Battaglia might be thinking about that play call later tonight. Kick is good. 17-10.
You know, you said the right thing. He's going to think about that later tonight. He's going to think about that tomorrow. He's going to think about the whole rest of the season. He's going to remember it next year until he retires. That was not the time not to punt.
If Fenwick wins the game, it doesn't matter, but it was just a play they didn't really need to do because Noah Sir and the special teams unit looked really good. So just get the punt off and force Wanzo to go down the field passing.
Yeah, I don't think they would have gone down the field. But the rest of it is you have to take a look at the defense on that. How does the St. Ignatius receiver get behind you in a situation where you got 42 seconds at the 45-yard line? You cannot let that happen. At least keep the receiver in front of you. I mean, you got all the way down. What was it, a 43-yard pass or something like that? All right, here we go with 14 seconds. So the only thing that can hurt you now is a return for a touchdown. I don't think you can count on that. So that was a big turn of events from a 10-10 tie at halftime to 17-10.
Fenwick as he gets near the 25.
Yeah, all I can say is that was absolutely well covered. When you stop somebody at the 25 on a kickoff, you're doing your job. So they got to go 75 yards in 8 seconds. I think it would be the handoff and take a knee play.
Take a knee, but you also don't want to throw a pick six either.
Yeah, I'm putting my money on the knee, but well, they are in a shotgun, so we haven't seen any kind of under center snaps.
Try to get it to midfield, then you can do a Hail Mary. Instead, they'll run it.
So here's the run up the middle, and not exactly a take the knee, but certainly wasn't designed to go downfield.
So the Wolfpack are up by 7. But it doesn't feel like that. It feels like a tie game and a very questionable coaching decision by the Fenwick.
Well, right, but it has been a seesaw game, right? So, so far, it also still feels like whoever has the ball last is going to be the team that wins. Virtually, not every time, but so often the offense has gotten into the end zone in this game. Very well played game by both offenses until that one play. Now we get to see some cheerleaders, right?
Second half coming up next. We're going to take a 5-minute break and give you some statistical analysis here on SBS.
The best things in life are sweet and free too, especially when they come from Chicago's own Sweet Amanda B's. Today, we're celebrating the iconic bakery's 20th birthday.
Happy
Look, they over 10.
birthday! The bakery began at home with the owners baking desserts for friends and family, and then in 2002, Sweet Mandy B's opened its first storefront. They're known for their old-fashioned desserts, and they were nice enough to send us a bunch of them. Look at these cupcakes. This is what I've had when I've gone there, is these delicious cupcakes.
They look
right? They're pretty. What do you guys have?
Sugar cookie with frosting. I also recommend the molasses cookie.
Oh, yes,
my
the best.
goodness, it's
That is
so
the
good.
best.
Oh,
I have Oreo frosted brownie.
okay, and then I'm not sure what this is. It says
Just dough it.
just dough it.
That's
Look
the
at this.
cookie
Look at
with
this, you
cookie
guys.
dough
There's
in
something.
the middle.
Oh.
Yeah, and I have a iced Rice Krispie treat that I'm not trading with anyone.
You like Rice Krispies, huh?
I do.
That's
Really?
perfect. Look at
I
this.
feel like you either
five-year-old
love them or
amazing.
you hate them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No in between.
All my kids' birthday
Cute.
cakes.
This is where you get it
Sweet
from?
Mandy B's for years and years.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, we've been eating nonstop for today.
Yeah,
oh, here we go.
Stop now.
Go tea. Let's see. Oh, how is it?
Sugar rush.
It's absolutely delicious.
He's going to be ready for a nap
I
after
think
the show,
so.
I think.
We'll be right back. Wow, the newsroom's going to have fun today.
Feeling bullied by your bank?
You know there's a fee. That loan application looks complicated.
Any help?
Not really a math guy. I hope you enjoyed our new hold music. Last question, what high school did you go to?
Lincoln South?
Dude, we totally crushed you guys.
At Wintrust, we take a different approach. Whether it's banking solutions, a new home, or financial planning, our local experts are ready to help. Wintrust, different approach, better results.
What are you?
I threw away my retainer again? My parents are gonna be so mad at me. Are you looking to replace your lost or broken retainer? Perhaps bank a free retainer for the future. Would you like to be part of something that guarantees you a new retainer and gives back to the community at the same time? If yes, then we have the perfect solution for you. Willow Lake Orthodontics is proud to offer their unique Retainers Make a Difference program. We offer our patients and families an opportunity to replace their retainers simply by putting in a little hard work and lending a helping hand at the local food pantry, the local farm, or a Glenview retirement community. Every patient that completes their volunteer hours earns a voucher for a free retainer. So instead of worrying about spending your savings for a new retainer, take advantage of this opportunity and call us now to get started. As both residents and business owners in Glenview, Willow Lake Orthodontics is excited that Remade is a win for our families and the community we live in.
The best things in life are sweet and free too, especially when they come from Chicago's own Sweet Amanda B's. Today, we're celebrating the iconic bakery's 20th birthday. Look at day over 10.
The bakery began at home with the owners baking desserts for friends and family, and then in 2002, Sweet Mandy B's opened its first storefront. They're known for their old-fashioned desserts, and they were nice enough to send us a bunch of them. Look at these cupcakes. This is what I've had when I've gone there, is these delicious cupcakes.
They look
right?
beautiful.
What do you guys have?
Sugar cookie with frosting. I also recommend the molasses cookie.
Oh, yes,
my
the best.
goodness, it's
That is
so
the
good.
best.
Oh,
I have Oreo frosted brownie.
okay, and then I'm not sure what this is. It says
Just dough it?
just dough it.
That's
Look
the
at
chunky
this.
cookie
Look at
with
this, you
cookie
guys.
dough
There's
in
something.
the middle.
Oh.
Yeah, and I have a iced Rice Krispie treat that I'm not trading with anyone.
You like Rice Krispies, huh?
I do.
That's
Really?
perfect.
I do.
Look at
I
this.
feel like you either
Five-year-old
love them or
and
you hate them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No in between.
All my kids' birthday
Cute.
cakes.
This is where you get it
Sweet
from?
Mandy B's for years and years.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, we've been eating nonstop for today.
Yeah,
Oh, here we go.
Stop now.
Go tea. Let's see. Oh, how is it?
Sugar rush.
It's absolutely delicious.
Team could be ready for a nap
I
after
think
the show.
so. We'll be right back. Wow, the newsroom's going to have fun today.
My name is Megan Welch, and we are at Macushla Brewing Company. And the name Macushla is a Gaelic term of endearment. It means my love or my darling. The literal meaning is my pulse, but my husband always says he named it after our daughter Grace. We wanted a name with meaning behind it, and so it meant something to us. We started the whole process probably about 3 or 4 years ago now. It was a passion of my husband's, kind of a dream of his. He was a trader and a home brewer for many years, so he was ready for a career change. The first beer they brewed was called Trickle Up, and it was just a basic lager. Currently, right now, I like the Luminator, the New England style. I like our sour with the strawberry Thai basil sour. That's my favorite. I think it's just a really small, inviting, warm environment with a lot of regulars. So everyone kind of seems to know one another. We have 5 bartenders, so it's kind of just a family environment. I mean, just working here, that was a goal of my husband's, for sure, from the very beginning, just to have it be a really happy place. It was his dream, and it's just a fun place to be. We built it from the ground up. You know, I'm proud of it. It was a lot of hard work. I knew nothing about running a business, nor did my husband. This is a whole new ballgame. If you're a craft beer drinker and into craft beer, we invite you to come by Macushla and check us out.
Hi, I'm Sean Rugstad, Caldwell Banker Realty. I'm out of the Glenview, Illinois office. I left Caldwell Banker a time of transition, thinking that the grass was greener on the other side. I was gone for 2 years and I realized right away I had made a mistake. I love the culture of Caldwell Banker. It's built around the agents. That's something that I felt I was missing before. I started my career here, I built my career here, and they promote success by everybody working together. Everybody can network. You're gonna get tips and tricks, everything to help you succeed as time goes on. It's being rebuilt in ways I would have never imagined. Our back-end system is amazing. It's so in-depth, it's very intuitive, really a great tool that they offer to us as basically your portal for business. Everything that you could ask for is available at your fingertips, and if you don't know about it, our office staff is amazing. Everything about the company is the best.
My name is
Not everyone gets to have their dream job, myself included. Yeah, some people are brewing delicious beer and serving fine food, like these group of guys in Glenview, who are basically living my best life. We're at 1090 Brewing. Gotta get out this nightmare. Brian, are you trying to play down the glamorous lifestyle of running and owning your own brewery by saying you're the night cleanup boy?
No, I'm actually telling the truth.
You're telling the truth?
We're just putting out fires and cleaning up messes, and that's how it works around here.
You are destroying the myth of all these home brewers sat there like, people love my beer, I'm gonna do this full-time, start my own brewery right now.
They have fantastic beers. They know what they're doing.
There's character to them.
Every beer tastes unique.
You know, we've always thought about flavor profiles in the food, and then we design a beer around it. And we like to incorporate our beer in virtually every dish.
And their food is fantastic.
Inventive.
It's huge that we've got a really good brewery and restaurant here in Glenview.
So what can we do today?
A pork brat with veal marinated in our half-wit beer with drunken onions. Then we're gonna make some beer tachos.
There's just nothing healthy in that dish at all.
Amen and hallelujah.
We are gonna prep our cheese. Start grabbing some of the butter.
Which one's the butter? Which one's the cheese? Which one's the butter?
This is the butter. We're gonna get a nice golden brown color on that.
Hard work, Raul. I'm definitely gonna deserve this beer. We're ready to party, clearly, because both of us are wearing our Canadian tuxedos. We're like doubling up on denim here. So what beer are we using here, Raul?
We're using the Pilsner 1916. We are gonna reduce it a little bit.
The best way to reduce beer is to drink it first.
It's magical.
It's laughing at me.
I wish I could brush my teeth with it.
Might change the name from Canadian tuxedo to Glenview tuxedo. Oh, wow, yeah, that smell.
Yeah.
When the root hits the beer, goodness.
We got some sharp cheddar cheese.
Would you wear a different Glenview tuxedo to go out on the town?
Well, it will depend on the occasion.
Friend's second wedding.
Absolutely white.
Yep. I'm with you.
Yep.
This would be like our Coles catalog. You can work in it and have fun as well.
All right, so we finish it with some black pepper, ground black pepper.
Just in time for the holidays. Get them for all your family.
Clark, that's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year.
And that's the beer cheese.
We are gonna make some drunken onions, and then we're gonna braise some bread.
And which beer are we using for this?
Halfway.
Same as me.
The pen is getting deglazed. And
that's what I'm gonna say next time I'm having a few too many beers. I'm gonna say I'm getting deglazed.
Yep.
My work here is done.
Salute.
This is my show. Salute. Don't ever do that again.
All right.
We eat some food. Look at me.
Cheers. You're awfully quiet.
I'm chewing right now. That broth goes from the bath and the half where that beer has soaked through in that skin, inside that pork.
The sausage is happy. The onions are happy. The mustard's happy.
You know why that is?
The beer.
They're all drunk.
Let's try these tachos.
Glenview may no longer be known as the home of the Glenview tuxedo. It may be home now of Glenview's answer to poutine. That's sensational.
Thank you.
So jealous of you guys living your dreams while I'm here working a regular job.
I threw away my rotator again? My parents are gonna be so mad at me. Are you looking to replace your lost or broken retainer? Perhaps bank a free retainer for the future. Would you like to be part of something that guarantees you a new retainer and gives back to the community at the same time? If yes, then we have the perfect solution for you. Willow Lake Orthodontics is proud to offer their unique Retainers Make a Difference program. We offer our patients and families an opportunity to replace their retainers simply by putting in a little hard work and lending a helping hand at the local food pantry, the local farm, or a Glenview retirement community. Every patient that completes their volunteer hours earns a voucher for a free retainer. So instead of worrying about spending your savings for a new retainer, take advantage of this opportunity and call us now to get started. As both residents and business owners in Glenview, Willow Lake Orthodontics is excited that Remade is a win for our families and the community we live in.
Welcome back to SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone. I'm Kyle Smith alongside Bob Bilsaway. 17-10 lead thus far for the Wolfpack, but the story of the game, the decision to go for it on 4th and 8 in their own territory by head coach Matt Battaglia. Right down the field went Wanzung on one play, that big passing play, and then 2 plays after the passing play, they scored on a 1-yard run. And that's where we stand right now. If they punted the ball, it could be a 10-10 tie.
It would likely be a 10-10 tie, and you're right, the 7 points is going to matter the whole rest of the game. It's been a seesaw battle. It started out 7-0 and 7-3, then 10-7 and 10-10, and then they got that last touchdown 17-10, and that's where it stands right now. So it's been an absolute seesaw game, a great game. It's hard to believe that Fenwick is going to be ranked 57th after this. Like you can say Ignatius can move.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What the hell did you do? Did you save it?
So we get the kick. Let's see if this goes in the end zone as well. Nope.
Kick to the sideline. He's got room up the middle. The kicker to beat. Blocker in front. At the 30, at the 20. Touchdown! Friars! Miles Montgomery takes it to the distance.
Got the touchdown back in one play. Now they just got to kick off and play defense, and it's a tie game. What a great run. Right up the middle. A little bit of a half turn at the middle and went the other way, and man, it was gone. The kicker had a chance to maybe slow him down. Couldn't.
We almost could see that happening. He almost broke one in the first half.
Yeah, that great hard tackle prevented that earlier. You're right, we can see that. The lane out was on the far side in the first half. The lane was right up the middle this time.
How big was that call by Matt Battaglia? They'd be up 7 right now instead of a tie game.
Well, you know, about that. I'm thinking to myself, if the score is tied 10-10, this kickoff return doesn't happen. I think they went to the locker room and said, oops, we're down 7. We did this ourselves. We got to make up for it. And that's what they did on the kickoff. So Fenwick made the adjustment right away. The question is, can they carry that adjustment and those adjustments for the rest of the game? They're going to feel like they were down by 7 the whole second half, even though after just one play, it's now tied. Now St. Ignatius, who thought they had a 7-point lead, doesn't. But we got a number 17 versus a 57 here with a half a game to go in a tie score.
Well, we'll stick with the action because that was the quickest touchdown in the last 10 years of Fenwick football.
Yeah, quite possibly. So now that's the difference between having a kicker that can put it into the end zone versus a kicker who couldn't. That kick was short, didn't go into the end zone. Now Fenwick with the kickoff, this probably will go in the end zone. Although you have to look at that, see where the wind is going. A very slight breeze from left to right, so from north to south. But so slight. Let's see if we can kick this against a little bit of wind in the end zone yet again. And that way, no return for St. Ignatius.
So Noah Sir to kick off. This is going to be returned at the 5.
So that little breeze made a difference.
See how St. Ignatius rebounds. He was out of bounds, too, when the hit was delivered.
Well,
but the refs are going to let them play.
Yeah, 35-yard line. Hey, they finally let Mahomes actually flop and no flag.
I think they should have called that one. They called the ticky-tack unsportsmanlike on Treston Smith. That was a late hit. I think it should have been 15 more yards for St. Ignatius.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't call it. Anyway, 35-yard line.
Can they stop Jack Wanzong? He had 76 yards passing in the first half, 49 rushing. It's been the player of the game thus far, although that return by Miles Montgomery is a close second.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Fenwick would love to get a 3-and-out here and give their offense.
Oh, yeah, that goes without saying, right? Now they got the dive up the middle and stop them. All he got was the 6 feet height that the player is when he fell forward.
Patrick Troy on the handoff. They're going to spot it close to the 37. It's a second and a very long 8.
But if you're St. Ignatius, you take it 4 or 5 yards at a time. You have those pellets fly and keep holding on the ball, keep the crowd quiet. You can tell the crowd is still buzzing over here. The student section just to the left. St. Ignatius coaches right behind us.
Wanzong, of course, taking the snap. 2nd and 8, 1 in motion. Wanzong keeps. And a late flag. Did they get the horse collar?
Yeah, 2 flags went flying like simultaneously, almost like the refs are looking at each other. When one throws a flag, the other does too. I'll back you up. Whatever you call, I'll throw a flag too.
I mean, if you both see the same offense, you got to call it.
Face mask. So it's not hard to see that when you're down real close to the play. So
yeah, usually when the quarterback falls awkwardly to the turf, it was probably because the other team cheated.
Yeah, there's lots of ways to cheat, right? Horse collar, late hit, defenseless receiver, face mask.
Remember the days of old football when they had the 1-bar face mask? How dangerous it was to commit a face mask as a defensive player?
And of course I was alive when they had the little, there's no face mask and they had the soft helmets.
The leather necks?
Yeah, of course I'm kidding.
1st and 10 of the 46. Wanzong has got plenty of time. Down the middle to Hines at the 20, at the 10. Did he get in?
He's going to be down at the 1-yard line yet again for another, dive play up the middle.
Partner, you got to stay back if you're a safety for Fenwick. Just don't bite on the play action.
Well, and that's it. That's St. Ignatius offense in a nutshell. The hammer up the middle, go RPO left, go RPO right, and it allows for wide receivers to be open, but they shouldn't be open deeper than the safeties, and that's the problem. Fenwick has to be like, no receivers are getting behind me. So this will be a run up the gut.
Man, Jack Wanzong, he was great last year. He has a chance to be an all-state quarterback this year. Handoff,
they made it.
Half yard short. Oh, he's a touchdown.
Yep. They made it.
It was a late push. I thought he was short. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
I cheated. I was looking at the referee, the line judges. I mean, they put their hands up in the air.
Because it looked like he was at the half-yard line, but he got a late push.
Yeah, it did look like that. That's why I looked at the line judges. I cheated. So they got their 7-point lead back. Fenwick needs another kickoff return. So it's just like at halftime, 7 points. So how close are we to a 21-21 tie here?
No ties in high school and college ball. We play overtime until there's a winner. Snap is good, kick is good. 24-17, that did not take long for St. Ignatius to answer the opening kickoff of the second half.
Right, 2 quick scores in 2 minutes and 1 second. So at that rate, I can't even do the math.
Could be a 45-38 final score.
Or just like St. Ignatius the other day when they hung 56 points on St. Louis University. You said a lot of those points were late. This was, a second half adjustment. I mean, never mind the Fenwick touchdown for now. St. Ignatius made the correct adjustments at halftime to go right back downfield very, very quickly.
Can Montgomery do it again?
No, I'll put my money on he's not going to do it again.
He got close to that first half, if not for that tackle.
Well, and after that, why would you kick it to him? There are two backs back there. Kick it to the other one.
Devin Hester did it twice in a game.
Yeah, same thing. Why would you do that? It sounds like a stubborn coach. Yo, Hester, he got a touchdown that time. Well, he's not going to get another one. Not against us. So kick it the other way. But he's with the wind. You know, that little breeze we spoke about, he's with the wind. If he could just get it into the end zone.
Well, Fenwick trying to pick up their head coach for that interesting play call in the first half. Montgomery did it on the kickoff, and he'll get it again. Near the 10. He's got space up the middle. Montgomery's still on his feet to the 41. Bob, you were right.
He's electric. He's electric. That's a nice kickoff return. What I like, there is shades of Hester, right? He gets the ball and he gets to top speed instantly, and he just goes through the gaps at top speed. Man, that's why they do the kickoffs in the NFL like they do now, because you're going top speed through those gaps, and the linebacker comes at you at 250 pounds and 20 miles an hour. I can see why they have changed kickoff rules in the NFL, but that was a great return.
If you can tackle Hester, good luck in the open field with that 4.5 speed.
Once he gets through that hole, you can't catch him. Couldn't catch Montgomery either.
Fakes the screen pass. Williams runs up the middle, first down.
Yeah, that just, late hit. That wasn't just a fake screen. It was well covered. If he had thrown that ball, it would have been a pick six.
I don't like that call. They missed the one on the sideline against Ignatius, and they're going to call that one. It was a late hit. He did get hit as he was going into his slide, but you got to be consistent with the late hit calls.
Well, I'm not going to second guess the referees here, but I think that late hit that you spoke about out of bounds, I wouldn't have called it, and this one either. I wouldn't have called it. He was in his slide. The defender is he almost like slid right under him, like he slid into second base for the tag.
Right.
I mean, you can't expect the defender to avoid you, but whatever. It was a great run by Williams, and it's very smart to tuck the ball and run.
Handoff up the middle. If you're wondering why they're not giving it to Montgomery, he's a little bit smaller than Morgan, but the way he's playing right now on those returns, you'd like to get him out in space, either jet sweeps or a screen pass. See what he can do in space and in the open field.
You absolutely got to find ways to give him the ball for sure.
3 wide receivers, 1 in the backfield. Hand off to Morgan. And the way that Ignatius is going right down the field, Fenwick might have to keep going for it on 4th downs because the field goals might not be helping them.
Well, yeah, you got a point. But both teams are moving the ball. And maybe Fenwick is a little bit smaller chunks, maybe. I guess they probably are with those 2 long passes from St. Ignatius. But they're not getting stopped by St. Ignatius either. Both teams are on the end of the season offenses.
3rd and 5 at the Ignatius 28. I think they go for it even if they don't get a single yard on this play.
I'm with you.
Pump fake, nice throw.
Again, that was well placed. It was low and to the outside, so the defender can't get it. It's a long throw, even from the middle of the field out to the sideline. Just a well-executed play. Receiver went down to catch it safely.
Do you like the spot, or was he a half yard short?
No, I think he got it. I'll argue. Good spot. Well done, referees. Line judges.
1st and 10 at the 22. Handoff up the middle. Morgan still on his feet to the 10-yard line.
It's amazing how in the middle of the season offenses are what we are seeing here. These are not like game 2 offenses. They're like clicking on all 6 cylinders, both teams. That's why this, circled as one of the top 5 games this year to see.
Can they stop Jack Wanzong? Now this Ignatius offense can pass. Think about that for a second.
Yeah.
No one could stop the triple option. Now the quarterback can pass the ball. Screen pass to the left. Marshall still on his feet. Spinorama by Marshall, and he gets to the 5-yard line.
One thing about that pass thing that you were talking about, though, I think other teams are going to watch your replay and see that St. Ignatius receivers are getting behind the safeties. I don't think other teams are going to let St. Ignatius receivers get behind the safeties. Yeah,
they're going to force you to do fade routes and out routes to the sideline and see if Wanzong can complete in tight windows.
Right.
2nd and goal at the 5. 1 in the backfield. Clean pocket for Williams. Touchdown pass to Marshall. It's so hard to guard that guy. He's a big dude. You run that nice fade route, it's almost impossible to defend.
It's like boxing out in basketball, right? But, I'll bet this Frankie Hosty is actually pretty good. But how frustrating would it be? Here you are sitting on the bench, and I don't see how you get in. This Jamin Williams is really the real deal. He is really good. He's got a good arm. He can go deep with it. It's got tight spirals on every throw. He can run. He's smart enough not to throw interceptions.
Can this Fenwick defense shut down Wanzhong?
Well, that's the key.
Good snap. The hold is there. The kick by Sir. Straight through the uprights. It's 24-all here at Triton College Stadium. We'll take a break here on SBS.
Are you looking for some good food after a Fenwick football game? Then head on over to O'Sullivan's Public House. Located on Madison Street in Forest Park, O'Sullivan's Public House has daily drink specials alongside a year-round beer garden. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. O'Sullivan's PH offers dinner until 10 p.m. Even cooler, O'Sullivan's offers a late-night menu until 11:30 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. On the weeknights, O'Sullivan's has a late-night menu until 11 p.m. And for the fall season, O'Sullivan's will offer 20% off food for athletes.
24-all. If you have just joined the broadcast, you have missed a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it just has all the markings of one of those instant classics. It's not over yet. Let's see if this goes in the end zone.
Sir, decent kick. And Hines will have to accept the touchback as they have automatic touchbacks at the high school level.
Yeah, I think the kicker was just upset that he didn't kick the last one into the end zone against the wind. I don't think he realized how strong the little breeze was. So this time you can tell by the way he kicked it, he put everything he had into it, made sure it got into the end zone. He's a good little kicker. If there's a knock on him, and I'm being nitpicky, I'd like to see him on his extra points and field goal attempts get the lift under the ball quicker so it's not as low of a kick, then he can't get blocked by some tall lineman who's jumping up and down.
Partner, how does Fenwick not fall for the double moves by Mundo and Liam Hines?
I don't know that those were even double moves. They just flat out ran fly patterns and got behind the defense.
Handoff up the middle, still on his feet, and a nice run that time by the Wolfpack's Robbie Connor.
6 yards. I mean, it looked like it wasn't gaining much, but you look down and 6 yards later, it's a pretty good gain. So if they're going to get 6 yards a crack and then 40-yard long passes, I mean, you can't stop them. But you are in the game. You are tied. St. Ignatius is on the far side of the field. So, you're feeling good about yourself here so far.
Believe it or not, this is a Wolfpack team. Before 2021, they had never won a playoff game. Just look at them now 4 years later. 2nd and 4. Handoff. And a big hit from behind. Third and somewhat long coming up for the Wolfpack.
Right. So you feel like they almost have to put the ball in the air on some kind of an RPO, or run. But you got to pick up 7 yards. If you pick up 3 or 4, you almost got to punt, and certainly in a tie score on your side of the field.
Man, that was a friendly spot. They gave him 2 yards on the run, so it's only 3rd and 2. One in motion, and now back onto the line of scrimmage. That time for the Wolfpack. Handoff, and Robbie Connor with a nice run. 1st and 10 for the Wolfpack, but the good news is if you're a Friar fan, the Wolfpack are having to earn these first downs instead of those big chunk passing plays.
Well, and what I wasn't paying attention to either is on those running plays, where are the receivers and where is the safety, where is the coverage? Is it deep? And then you'd have a nice, easy, short pass in front of them. But yeah, if you keep moving those chains, it doesn't really matter how long it takes for you to score, but that kind of goes back to who's going to have the ball last.
At least if you're Fenwick, the more plays that Ignatius has to run, maybe they fumble the snap, maybe they fumble the football. Make them earn it.
It felt like two men were in motion, yeah.
You said illegal motion or false start?
It looked to me like two people were in motion at the same time, so it'd be a legal procedure.
Yeah. Call false start. Either way, they cheated.
They cheated. So when you're a running team, usually you don't get large chunks on the ground. So when you go back 5 yards, that's a success for the defense. Now this would be the downs that Fenwick has to really push to get the ball back after. All you got to do is stop them for 3 plays, and you should get a punt.
Only problem is if they got to pass again, Wanzhong has all the confidence in the world to throw the ball downfield.
Well, he's a good quarterback on a very good team with a well-coached group.
1st and 15. The senior Wanzhong to take the snap. Wanzhong rolls out to the right. He's still on his feet as a couple of Fenwick Friars are there to greet him, but not before Wanzhong gets a nice gain on 1st and 15.
Well, yeah, now it's 2nd and 9, right? Maybe 2nd and 10 it looks like, where it depends on where they mark it. So we got the penalty yards back. So again, it's a success for Fenwick.
back to the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 of the 32. It's been a fun game to watch. You know, you don't expect Ignatius to complete more than 3 passes, and they've had over 3 completions. Big chunk plays, too.
Yeah, they sure have. And both of them down to the 1-yard line.
Then Montgomery with that kickoff return for a touchdown. Handoff. Fenwick snuffed that out quickly.
Yeah, that's when you say the defense has a stout front line, right? Stuffed that run, right side.
It's a triple option offense. Usually you don't see a triple option offense run the shotgun. Looks like they're going to go under center again.
Yeah, I would be surprised to see that on 3rd and long here. And I expect it to get into the air as well. You know, Fenwick's doing a good job lately making sure that St. Ignatius doesn't get long runs.
3rd and 8. Got to get at least 6 to consider going for it. Wanzong, here's the pitch. Going nowhere fast. Lost yardage. Big time stop by the Friars.
That was really stretched out well. Now they're going to get the ball back somewhere in their territory. The punting game so far, we haven't seen much from St. Ignatius. They should get pretty good field position. Only 3 minutes to go in the 3rd period with a tie score. Fenwick with the ball. It's a close game, but Fenwick should be very comfortable where they are in this game in the 3rd quarter.
Are you surprised that Wanzong didn't pass there? He's been so consistent tonight.
Yes, I think they needed to pass. Although, you know, a fake up the middle, right, first, then, you know, a run up the middle, and then the pitch wide. I mean, you know, Fenwick just smelled it.
I'd be shocked if 24 for Fenwick got the ball here. Here comes the
Marshall
punt.
Got through there.
It's going to be a bad punt. That's almost a break for Ignatius because at least Montgomery didn't touch the ball.
I'm a little surprised Marshall didn't get that. I mean, he came in untouched. I think he was surprised he got there.
He didn't time it that well on the block.
Well, and you know, to his defense, the last thing he needed was a roughing the kicker play. So he probably didn't go in full speed on that. But why is he not blocked? Yikes.
Well, now Fenwick has the edge if they can score here. Things haven't always gone well for them tonight. They haven't turned the ball over, which is good. I don't think either team has turned the ball over.
We haven't seen any. I mean, other than on downs, right? We haven't seen any turnovers. This is a well-played game. Like I said, this is mid-season, if not final season offenses so far.
Yeah, up the middle. If fantasy football at the IHSA level was a thing, this is what you want.
See, there's extracurricular activity after the play. You let a little of that go. You don't need a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty there.
2nd and long at the 41. And these players have got friendly spots, Bob. I sure thought he was tackled at the 40.
Yeah, when they had the ball at the other end, I agreed when you said that the last time. I was like, what, really? He gained yardage on that play?
Little short pass out to the left. And he barrels through the defense close to the 1st down marker. They wrapped him up, but if you're Matt Miller and the St. Ignatius coaching staff, you'd like to get him right at the point of attack, not let him gain 2 more yards.
They're going to give him a 1st down on that. Again,
yeah, I disagree.
Yeah, more than a friendly spot yet again. But that's high school football. 1st down.
1st and 10. Handoff off the right side. Morgan. You know, partner, it might be time for the old peanut punch. One guy tackles and wraps up. The other guy tries to punch that ball out, so Ignatius gets the ball back.
It's always time for that. That should just be a part of your everyday tackling scheme. But here, Fenwick, 2nd and short-ish, moving the ball.
We talked about that friendly spot. Even the Jumbotron guy was excited and surprised he didn't update it yet. Clean pocket for Williams. He steps into it. Rolls into the right. Goes into his slide, and the Wolfpack learned their lesson from the last time. Nobody even got close to touching.
Yeah, that one gets tough. You start, making a real slow slide. You can pick up a bunch more yards before you finally slide. But yeah, you're right. They learned their lesson.
1st and 10.
And Williams made a nice run out of that pocket.
Ignatius would love it if they get a field goal out of this. And a little throw to the right, and partner. It looked like Treston Smith wanted to pass, but Ignatius read it all the way.
Well, I was thinking that because it was a backward lateral. I mean, sure, it was a pass, but it was backwards, so it's a backwards lateral. My eyes went downfield to see who the receiver was going to get the next pass after that. That looked like a double pass coming up.
Yeah, the flea flicker.
Right, but it wasn't. There was no receiver out there.
Sometimes on the flea flicker, Walter Payton was the best quarterback on the team.
Yeah.
During the terrible days of the 70s, early 80s for the Bears.
Well, he was such a deadly runner. You have to, student body left to tackle him and then leave somebody wide open in the end zone.
2nd and 8 on the 31. Hesitation move.
Again, he didn't get a first down. It doesn't look like they're going to mark it that way either. So it's
don't let the player cheat. He'll try to spot the ball 1 more yard after he was tackled. Just look where the knee was down.
I like this quick huddle.
10, and he got it. Morgan on the run.
Right, but I like that they snapped it quickly. Defense really wasn't ready.
If you're Ignatius, try your best to keep him out of the end zone. A field goal is kind of a win for Ignatius.
At this point, correct, yeah, especially with the kicking game that Fenwick has. They are absolutely, in my view, at least within field goal range. What would it be, a 37-yarder at this point?
At their 23, so 38-yarder. 4 wide receiver set. Williams, handoff on the left side. With blockers in front, Morgan bouncing off a tackle.
Boy,
inside the 15.
That was a great run. He's a load. He's hard to bring down. We've seen that a few times. He gets some momentum. He drags people with him.
A Chris Berman special at the running back position. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling.
Yeah. I think we just ended the quarter, and so we were tied at half. Well, almost tied at half, not quite, right? And then here we are tied again.
Yeah, they outscored Ignatius in this third quarter, 14-7.
Yeah.
We'll take a quick break. It's all 24s here at SBS, the broadcasting network for everyone. First and 10 coming up for the Friars at the Ignatius 13. What adjustments has Fenwick made as this offense is rolling in the second half?
I don't know that it's X's and O's adjustments that they've made. I think they went to halftime. That touchdown, even though it got worked against them, I think they used that for motivation in the second half. I just think they're playing a step quicker, a step harder, a step stronger. I think it's all about the internal heart. That's the adjustments I've seen.
Pass to the right. He was drilled, was Williams. Now he goes to the left. He's got blockers in front. Smith goes to the other sideline. Gets out of bounds. Bob, they don't always practice it, but it worked that time for Smith.
Well, and my eyes were also on the quarterback, Williams. He got decked after he threw the ball, and I'm a little curious that they didn't throw a late flag. If this was the NFL, that would have been another, penalty on the defense for a late hit or, roughing the quarterback. But, yeah, he went from one side all the way to the other, Trenton Smith.
Fakes the handoff to Smith. Remember, that once the knee goes down, it's automatically dead at the high school level.
I'm a little surprised they weren't right back to that play.
I'm just very surprised they haven't used Montgomery as much in this first and second half.
Well, Morgan up the middle has been deadly.
Williams, he was holding that right knee. Will we see Frankie Hosty soon?
Oh, no. I think he's going to have to be on a stretcher before at this point we're going to see Hosky.
It's a good quarterback, though. He played well in that win over OPRF. 2nd and 10 at their own 10, so 2nd and goal. This time Williams will run. Williams, that's not a slide, so that's a clean hit.
There's no doubt in my mind Fenwick has discovered their quarterback. And the other thing about it being a junior, at the end of the day, if the senior and the junior are about equal in ability, assuming that they're about equal in ability, a lot of the coaches will go with the younger player because they get them the following year with a bunch of experience. If you play Hosty, the senior, he graduates, then Williams will be essentially a rookie next year when he's a senior. So next year, no matter what happens this year, Williams is going to be very experienced.
Whatever you do, do not turn the ball over. If it's not there, just throw it away if you're Williams.
I was about to say at the end of the third quarter, this game could get whoever gives the ball away up once could end up losing.
To the right. And Ignatius read it well. It's near the 5, but I think you take the points.
That's what they're doing. They're going to take it. So that was a good defensive stop. They're just going to give up 3. That's a huge stop. I don't know. I'd be tempted to go for it in a game like this because you don't want to lose by 4 to St. Ignatius. If you score the touchdown, you're at least tied. But they are kicking, so they'll take the 3-point lead. Remember, I was the one that said there were going to be no field goals today.
It's a chip shot for Sir. Good snap. The hold is there. The kick straight through. Kick is good for Sir as the Friars are back on top.
You feel like his kicking is a sure thing. So that's another thing. When you're going for the 3 points, there's not a lot of variability, or you're not really concerned about him missing the kick.
We'll take a break. It's 27-24 Friars here on SBS.
I threw away my retainer again? My parents are going to be so mad at me. Are you looking to replace your lost or broken retainer? Perhaps bank a free retainer for the future. Would you like to be part of something that guarantees you a new retainer and gives back to the community at the same time? If yes, then we have the perfect solution for you. Willow Lake Orthodontics is proud to offer their unique Retainers Make a Difference program. We offer our patients and families an opportunity to replace their retainers simply by putting in a little hard work and lending a helping hand at the local food pantry.
Ball placed at the 40. Will we see a return?
Nope, in the end zone.
60 yards to the end zone. Line drive kick. It'll get to the end zone. Well, Bob, we were wondering what Wanzung would look like passing the football tonight. He has answered all of those questions and then some.
Well, has he? I mean, he's got those 2 bombs, but we haven't seen really very many other pass plays that have been successful, right?
4 of 7 for 121. That's pretty darn good.
Well, but 80 yards were on 2 of those passes. So I think there's still more to be answered.
Well, they don't have to throw it 15 or 20 times.
They don't.
Because their running game is so good.
That's correct.
They just need to pass it enough to keep the defense honest.
Right. I'm just saying other teams who are playing St. Ignatius in the future are going to stay behind the receivers. They're going to force St. Ignatius to have to earn it through the air.
Might be a passing play for the Wolfpack, but we'll see.
It does have that look and feel to it.
He's a senior.
The coverage on the receiver is 10 yards.
At the quarterback position can audible, of course. Wanzung keeps it this time. Ever since the second quarter, they have shut down Wanzung for the most part on those quarterback keepers. What has Fenwick done on their defensive line to read those better?
Yeah, I don't think they've moved anybody in or down necessarily either. I think they're just the intensity is up. It's not like the line. They're still in their normal 3-4 defense, right? They're not necessarily run blitzing. They're still playing it straight up. It's one of those things that you keep playing the same way, keep playing the same way, keep playing the same way. We believe in our system.
2nd and 8 at their own 22. What a game tonight. Wanzung, pitch to the right. Read well by Fenwick. 3rd and manageable coming up for the Wolfpack.
And we were speaking about that 3-4. When you have a 3-4, in general, you're weaker up the middle, but you have a lot of pursuit to the sides. And that was a fake up the middle. It had to have been carried up the middle. It looked like he would have gained a bunch of yards. Instead, the play went to the right, and it was run down. It's a big play, 3rd and 5 in your own end. And the fans feel it too. They're all getting up and stamping their feet. And I think the camera would be bouncing if we were aiming it at the scoreboard.
Third and 5 at their own 25. Looking at the wristband is Wanzung. Will he call a audible here?
Yeah, maybe they went deep into their plays.
Fakes the pitch. He's got time. Rolls outside the pocket. Wanzung. What a move by Wanzung, but he's short of the first down.
And you said it. That's the key. Short of the first down. Not by a lot. 2 yards, right? So, but I think they got a punt in their own zone.
I think you go for it.
Oh, no, not in your own zone. But I'm going to say the St. Ignatius learned from what Fenwick did. Fenwick stopped them. And
he didn't get a great spot either. I thought he was closer to the 30.
Yeah, they got to kick this away. I actually thought he got to the 2
yard. I thought he got past the 25. Never mind. I thought he was.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you got to punt. So they're punting.
4th and 8.
Fenwick with the ball and the lead. That's going to be dangerous. And we are in the 4th quarter, so if Fenwick can hold the ball for a while, it's going to make it real tough for St. Ignatius, obviously, especially if they score.
A touchdown might put it away for Fenwick. Gets the punt off. It's not a good one, though.
No. But they're not known for their punting this year.
It took somewhat of an Ignatius hop.
So they can eat 7 minutes and 53 seconds, right, or score a touchdown and pretty much ice the game.
Right. So if you're St. Ignatius, after Fenwick gets 2 first downs, you might have to consider calling timeouts.
Yeah, because you want time to get the ball back. At the same time, you absolutely cannot give up a touchdown. Now, here's a case where if a receiver gets behind you, it happens, right? You have to play tight man-to-man defense on these passes. You can't let them eat the clock and use up some, real estate.
You've talked a lot about Williams, just 53 yards passing. It's not like he's been fabulous passing the ball tonight.
No, but he also gets a lot of yards running.
Yeah, they have 169 yards rushing. A lot of that's been Williams.
Yes. This is a backward pass.
It's behind the line of scrimmage. Slow developing play.
No gain, but clock is running under 8 minutes. And that's part of this game, too. The more clock they can eat.
Right, as Adam Amin says, the 8-minute offense, the 5-minute offense.
Right. And if St. Ignatius gets the ball back and is deep in their own zone, even down 3, it's going to be a challenge to get upfield with a running offense.
That's why having a kicker is so valuable. He kicks it out of bounds, so Ignatius has to start at their own 20 every drive.
Yeah.
Williams gets the snap. He's got a clean pocket. Dives forward and got it to Treston Smith.
You can see why Smith is his favorite target. Now you're only 2 yards short. You figure it's going to be on the ground somewhere.
Right.
I wouldn't mind Williams going back, letting the pocket develop and then just running somewhere through the gap in that pocket.
Right. I think Ignatius is going to be ready for it, and they're going to put a quarterback spy right at the first down marker.
That would be a good call.
3rd and 3. Hand off, he got it. Still on his feet to the 30.
That's great for Fenwick. They move the change. Clock will start up again. They keep the ball closer to the end zone. Fenwick's playing this well.
We always make the joke, kickers and punters are people too. How important it was that punt by Ignatius. It only went to the 43. Yeah. If it had gone into Fenwick territory, that's more plays that Fenwick would have had to run to score a touchdown. Williams keeps it. Ignatius read it well, but he's still on his feet to the 25. That extra burst is creating problems in the open field for this Ignatius defense.
Well, he's a very, very good and smart runner, although on that one, I would like to have seen him find a way to get down on the ground without going out of bounds. In my mind, I'm ticking off the seconds on the clock, and he ran out of bounds. So I think he needed to stay in on that.
1st and 10. Well, they're going to change it in a second. Open man at the 10. Touchdown! Friars! It's delivered to Andrew Bajorson.
I'm going to say I didn't see that coming. I would have kept it on the ground to eat that clock. What a great play. Deep slant across the middle, wide open. St. Ignatius is really putting all the men they can on the line of scrimmage, and that was wide open.
What a play call by Matt Battaglia and this coaching staff of the Friars. Good snap. The hold is there. The kick. Straight through the uprights. Friars lead by 10 here on SBS.
I think it's safe to say that Fenwick is going to move up from the 57 spot.
We'll take a break. We still got more football to play, though, here on SBS, the broadcasting network for everyone. Down by 10 is Ignatius. Got to buckle down and find ways to put points on the board.
Well, the question right now is St. Ignatius cooked? They're down by 10 with a running offense. Only 6 minutes to go against a very strong, relatively stingy Fenwick team. Not in the end zone this time.
Bad kick.
Yes, the first bad kick he's had at any part of the game. All right.
Well, if you're Ignatius, you'd preferably like to score a touchdown, and you'd preferably like to do it in 3 minutes or less.
Yeah, well, like usual, right? you either get the touchdown first or the field goal first, but you got to get one of them. So if you get the ball deep into the other team's territory, right, you take the touchdown, you keep going for passes. But, you know, if you don't get it that far down, you have to kick. I don't trust that St. Ignatius has a field goal kicker that can kick it very far.
Ruiz looked good on that field goal he made.
So down 10. Only 6 minutes. This is going to be a real test. Now, Fenwick has proven that they can let receivers get behind them. So Fenwick's going to have to stay deeper. And if St. Ignatius is going to drive the ball upfield with passes out, stuff across the middle, that's one thing. Just don't let it get behind you. They are pretty deep on the coverage right now.
They got 65 yards to go for a touchdown. Wanzong rolls outside the pocket as he's got Connor in front on the block. He gets out of bounds. That athleticism by Wanzong. You can't coach it. Hard to defend.
Well, he's a good quarterback for sure. And that time he did the right thing. None of the receivers were open downfield. They sent 3 receivers out, and they were absolutely shadowed. They probably, after he rolled out, the receivers had to see what was happening and come back toward the quarterback. That would have been the only hope to complete something there.
Fenwick and St. Ignatius both have all 3 timeouts. St. Ignatius doesn't necessarily have to do an onside kick unless it takes them more than 4 minutes to score.
All true, but I like that the field is wide to the right now.
Tony in motion, clean pocket for Wanzong. Now he'll roll to the right. Tries to set his feet but can't. Gets outside and gets past the first down marker. Gains a couple. Slow developing play, and that wastes a lot of time on the clock for the Wolfpack.
Well, it may be on the play, right, but the clock stops when he goes out of bounds here. So it's like 3rd and 7? You know it's 4 down territory. And so far, he's at least not throwing an interception. Nobody's open, you can't throw it. You run, get a few yards, play to live another day.
Text line's open. Your favorite Fenwick, St. Ignatius memory. Text 330-957-76.
The cornerbacks on Fenwick to prevent anything from happening.
Pitch play, going nowhere fast. Fell on his own guy, but it didn't really matter, Bob. He was going to get tackled nonetheless.
Yeah, again, Fenwick stretched it out wonderfully. Now, I do like the run to the left on that play because that, again, frees up the right side of the field. So even though it didn't go for enough yards, at least they have a rollout right play that they can run. Now, if I'm Fenwick, if you're going to use somebody to go across the line, one of the linebackers, left side linebacker would be a good move. Don't let the rollout right happen if you can prevent it.
4th and 8 at their own 37. Play of the game for Ignatius. Maybe their last hope.
Yeah, this is the play of the game. I think they'll get the ball back again, but when you're down by 10, even if you get the ball back again, it's not enough time.
Wanzong, he has to roll outside the pocket. Wanzong, I think he got it.
I think he caught it too.
No challenges, got to go with the original call.
Yeah, no challenges, right.
I do think he caught it, though. It was complete to Finn Hines.
But what a big play and a very close, ball to hitting the ground. Great catch.
Well, the fans don't like it, but you know what? When you're a ref, 50% of the fans love you, 50% of the fans not so much.
Well, here, 90% of the fans don't like it. It's a home game.
There's not a lot of visiting fans on the Ignatius side. Handoff, didn't get much.
Well, and that's the question I have. If this very behind the scrimmage, behind the line of scrimmage when he threw the ball, what a great play. But those are the plays they got to make to get back in this game. If they do score, onside, it's going to have to happen.
Well, if you can score in the next 50 seconds, you don't necessarily have to do it. Wanzong gets a couple.
Yeah, I don't think I would have run the ball. The seconds on the clock are too precious. I think you got to go 100% in the air here.
Yeah. I mean, you can run the ball. You got to do no huddle, but the triple option isn't really a no huddle friendly offense.
That's exactly right. And I think at this point in time, you got to get the ball deeper.
And if you're wondering why Ignatius isn't running shotgun, well, if you don't run it in practice that much, why would you feel confident running it in a game? Wanzong to the right, pass.
Oh, going to be a late hit out of bounds.
So either that or pass interference. He might have hit him before the pass was in his hands.
Yeah, but the flag was where he got hit at the out of bounds.
Well, either way, it's against Ignatius. It's against Fenwick.
Fenwick, right. So it'll be a first down, closer to the goal line than it was, and the clock is not running. It's kind of like when you follow somebody in basketball. They go to the free throw line to get the points, but no clock is running.
Yeah, that's the good thing about passing the ball. if you get the first down, it stops the clock. If you complete the ball out of bounds, it also stops the clock. A lot of better things when you pass the ball when you're down by points versus running the ball.
Yeah, everybody's on a knee there, so somebody got hurt. Now they finally got up.
He'll be out for, and he took his helmet off. You're not supposed to do that.
Well, he had to take his helmet off to say a prayer.
Yeah, you're supposed to, well, yeah, you're not supposed to do that for safety's sake.
I think the referee might be talking to him about that. Anyway, the ball's moving up. What yard line are they going to put it at?
Because when you take your helmet off, you're telling the ref that you're injured and you have to leave the field.
Well, somebody was injured. It just wasn't him.
If you're an Ignatius fan, you'd love to score on this play. That means you might not have to do the onside kick. If it takes you 2 or more plays to score, you're probably going to have to do an onside kick.
Yeah, I'm putting my money on the onside kick whenever they score. But you're right. They want to score quick. But to their credit, they've got this far downfield in the last 3 minutes. They've done a wonderful job on this offensive drive, unfortunately down by 10. And you can tell Fenwick is not playing to prevent defense.
Need 13 yards to score. 1st and 10 at the Fenwick 13. Handoff up the middle, gets a couple. That wastes so much time, though, Bob.
That's exactly right. I would not be doing that. I mean, if you want to, play action, fake up the middle, fine. Roll out wide again, fine. But expecting to gain those yards up the middle, it's tough against Fenwick's 3-4 defense.
And I'm surprised because Wanzong is 6 of 10 for 156 yards. He's been very effective throwing the ball. Wanzong, this time he'll pass. He's got the protection. Wanzong rolling to his left, still on his feet, and he'll have to throw it away. There was
an incomplete. Interesting. I think it was fumbled from behind, but I don't know. We'd have to look at that in replay.
No, I think the hand was moving forward. It's an incomplete pass, but the good news is if you're an Ignatius fan, it stops the clock.
Yeah.
Hand off. Connor with space. Look at that tackle. Oh, my goodness.
I'm just surprised they ran it. Run right. Okay, they got closer to the first down marker. It is 4th down.
I'm very surprised that Matt Miller did not call a timeout there. He got a lot of yards. Where are they going to spot it?
Clock's still ticking, to your point. On 4th down, a big play in the game and no timeout. I think that's also a coaching mistake. We'll see what happens.
4th and short. Wanzong. He's not. Oh, he did get it.
Got it. It's going to be a close mark, though.
My goodness, what a run by Wanzong.
He didn't make it.
He didn't, and I'm shocked by it, Bob, because they've been so friendly with the spots all night, and the time when Ignatius needs it the most, and you don't give him the friendly spot.
I couldn't agree with you more. I actually thought it was a 1st down. Now, the referee is on top of it. He's staring at it.
See where they spot it, he's a yard short.
Yeah, they're bringing out the chains to prove it. Now, I don't know if the mark was accurate or not, but like you said, anytime the ball got near the 1st down marker, it was always favorably marked. There it goes. It's officially Fenwick with the stop. They don't have to do anything on offense here. Got a minute 59. Probably just sit on the ball a couple of times, even though they're at the 3-yard line, and it's over.
Right.
Although they have 3 timeouts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll use them. But if I'm Fenwick, I'm not going anywhere with this. I'm running it.
I would run it 3 times.
Yeah.
If Ignatius calls all 3 timeouts, I'm still up by 10. I'll live with it.
Right. I'm right there with you.
I am not going to pass the ball with my quarterback in his own end zone and it get picked off and go the other way for a pick 6.
Right. Well, let's play that out, though. They're 3 yards, and they're at the 13-yard line, and 3 timeouts go by them. They'll still have about a minute and a half. So St. Ignatius might yet still get the ball back one more time.
I don't understand. If you're giving players the friendly spot all game, why Wanzong wouldn't get the friendly spot that time?
Yeah, unfortunately, they were at this angle, right? So it's real hard for us to tell.
Yeah, he could have been short. I'm not.
It probably was. And he did look like he started to get tackled behind the line, and he did a great job dragging the defenders with him to get close to that 1st down. But if Fenwick knew right away it was short.
Their first time out.
You can feel the stands shaking.
It's a big rivalry.
Yeah, well, the student body is, like you said, just to our left. They're jumping up and down for this one.
You know, it's the old adage. It's the hindsight thinking, well, why would Matt Miller kick the field goal there? You're down by 10. You got to. It's a confidence thing, right? You want to score the touchdown, give your offense more confidence. and give your onside kicking game maybe more confidence when you're down 3 versus being down 7.
Gosh, I mean, I hear you, but I don't think it has anything to do with confidence. I think they're close to the end zone. They wanted to get 7, knowing the onside kick later, they can get the ball, not quite all the way downfield and then kick the field goal. But
right,
I understand them going for the touchdown there.
It's harder to score the touchdown in theory than to get the field goal.
Well, and they were only 5 yards away from the score to get the touchdown. If they do kick it onside, they're going to get the ball lucky if they're lucky at midfield, and then they're going to have to get into field goal. They're going to get into a touchdown from that. It's easier to get a touchdown from 5 yards out than 50.
Handoff. Got a couple. Ignatius will have to call their second timeout.
And I think the next run will still be up the gut too, and then they'll just punt it away and make it tough. They have a good punter. Yeah, you can't really give up the safety here. When I think about it more, you can get a touchdown in a 2-point conversion.
3rd and 8 at their own 5. We'll take a quick break. You're watching SBS, the broadcasting network for everyone.
My name is Megan Welch, and we are at Macushla Brewing Company. And the name Macushla is a Gaelic term of endearment.
3rd and 8 at their own 5.
Well, that was a quick break.
You could consider passing it, but no, I just run it again and force Ignatius to call their last time.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, if you're gonna throw it, this would be a time to do it because you are ahead by 1 score, right? But no, I would just run it. I'm more than 1 score, correct? 2 scores. I would absolutely run it right up the gut yet again.
Handoff. Oh, that was a big hit. Got through it. Still on his feet. First down.
But you know why that happened? They were going for the ball, not the player, and the player just held on to the ball and ran through all that. So arm tackling and tackling the ball and punching it out didn't work.
I'm surprised by that because if you go for the player, you call your last timeout. Nothing is guaranteed in punting in high school. That snap could have gone over the punter's head on 4th down. You're only down by 8, and you get the ball back on the kick.
Right, and then touchdown and 2-point conversion, you can tie the game, right? But obviously they were ball tackling, it didn't work, and it's a first down, and the game is over in about 2 more snaps from now. But what a great game we watched. This was absolutely an instant classic. They're in their victory formation here.
You hate this, yeah.
I think St. Ignatius will just let the clock run. They're not even going to call timeout after this.
You hate to say a blessing in disguise, but the one thing we've always wondered about is the passing game for St. Ignatius. A lot of those questions were answered tonight.
Oh, and it wasn't just the passing game, too. Williams was just fantastic running.
Well, for Ignatius, they can pass the ball now. They were very impressive passing the ball.
Except the hesitation to throw the ball is still there. I think it's still way too much running. I think you're going to be able to key on that if you're a defense. He's going to have to pass the ball more as the year goes on, I think. And other teams are not going to let the receivers get behind him. So you might say the question mark has been answered. I'm not there. And I think losing to Fenwick is not a pretty picture from St. Ignatius' passing performance.
Ignatius won the time of possession battle. They had the ball for over 24 minutes. Fenwick only had it for 21. They were efficient, though. They found ways to score with having the ball less.
Well, that's the function of the passing versus running offenses, right?
Less plays to score when you pass the ball down the field.
So now we get to watch the victory celebrations, which is really fun in high school.
Ignatius falls to Fenwick 34-24. What a game by the Friars. Jamin Williams finishes the game with 84 yards passing. A very nice game for him. Wanzong in the loss, he had 156 yards passing, but Bob, it just wasn't enough. Let's give you our 3 stars of the game, brought to you by O'Sullivan's Public House. Star number 3, it's got to be Andrew. No, scratch that. It's got to be Montgomery for that fabulous kick return. 2nd star, Jack Wanzong, and the starting quarterback. And I think the debate is over. Jamin Williams, the number 1 star of the game.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect trio of players to be the 3 stars of the game. And you might say that the home team won in an upset, but I'm not sure it was an upset. Fenwick was a very, very good team. They probably weren't properly seeded or ranked at the beginning of the year, and are a better team than 57. It's going to be interesting to see where the ranking goes for St. Ignatius, but whatever. Fenwick is now 2-0, and St. Ignatius is 1-1. Non-conference battle. See how this goes further.
You know, we talked a lot about Montgomery, but another game ball should probably be given to Jalen Morgan. He was 18 of 142 on the ground. One of the reasons that Ignatius lost tonight. It's so hard to win football games when you're giving up more than 200 yards on the ground.
Yeah, I didn't realize Morgan had that many yards gained.
Yeah, he had a fabulous game, but
we have to give credit to Seth for calculating all that for us.
Do you think that the game changed once Montgomery took it to the house on that kick return?
I think the game changed when Fenwick gave up that ill-advised touchdown, because that was what caused the emotional change to happen at halftime. And I'm sure the coaching staff went back there with, partly with their tail between their legs, saying, "Oops, we're trying to be aggressive. It didn't work that time. It cost us a touchdown. We have to make up for that in the whole second half." And that's what happened. I don't think it was the X's and the O's that changed. It was the emotion. It was the heart. It was the drive. Fenwick wanted to win, and they showed it. And I'd like to see if this game was played at St. Ignatius, if the same outcome would have occurred. The home crowd was absolutely a 12th man on the field. Cliche, but they were a 12th man on the field today.
So for our excellent crew, for Kyle Anderson, Seth Humanick, Arush Kathiri, Bob Vilsaway. I'm Kyle Smith. That does it for our play-by-play broadcast. The post-game show brought to you by O'Sullivan's Public House coming up next. Some interesting play calls by both head coaches.
Hi, I'm Sean Rugstead, Caldwell Banker Realty. I'm out of the Glenview, Illinois office. I left Caldwell Banker a time of transition, thinking that the grass was greener on the other side. I was gone for 2 years, and I realized right away I had made a mistake. I love the culture of Caldwell Banker. It's built around the agents. That's something that I felt I was missing before. I started my career here, I built my career here, and they promote success by everybody working together. Everybody can network. You're going to get tips and tricks, everything to help you succeed as time goes on. It's being rebuilt in ways I would have never imagined. Our back-end system is amazing. It's so in-depth. It's very intuitive. Really a great tool that they offer to us is basically your portal for business. Everything that you could ask for is available at your fingertips, and if you don't know about it, our office staff is amazing. Everything about the company is the best.
Isn't that putting the cart before the horse? Yep. You're not supposed to do that.
Nowadays, you have to, especially in the housing market, where you need to get a mortgage before you find the house. That's why with the Get Committed program from Compass Mortgage, you'll have a fully underwritten loan commitment that stands out even amongst cash offers. Not to mention, once you find the perfect home, you could close in as little as 15 days.
Hey, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You're pretty big on horse metaphors, huh? Nay.
Not everyone gets to have their dream job, myself included. Yeah, some people are brewing delicious beer and serving fine food, like these group of guys in Glenview, who are basically living my best life. We're at 1090 Brewing. Gotta get out this nightmare. Brian, are you trying to play down the glamorous lifestyle of running and owning your own brewery by saying you're the night cleanup boy?
No, I'm actually telling the truth.
You're telling the truth?
We're just putting out fires and clean up messes, and that's how it works around here.
You are destroying the myth of all these home brewers sat there like, people love my beer, I'm gonna do this full-time, start my own brewery right now.
They have fantastic beers.
They know what they're doing.
There's character to them.
Every beer tastes unique.
You know, we've always thought about flavor profiles in the food, and then we design a beer around it. And we like to incorporate our beer in virtually every dish.
And their food is fantastic.
Inventive.
It's huge that we've got a really good brewery and restaurant here in Glenview.
So what can we do today?
A pork brat with veal marinated in our half-wit beer with drunken onions. Then we're gonna make some beer tachos.
There's just nothing healthy in that dish at all.
Amen and hallelujah.
We are gonna prep our cheese. Start grabbing some of the butter.
Which one's the butter? Which one's the cheese? Which one's the butter?
This is the butter. We're gonna get a nice golden brown color on that.
Hard work, Raoul. I'm definitely gonna deserve this beer. We're ready to party, clearly, because both of us are wearing our Canadian tuxedos. We're like doubling up on denim here. So what beer are we using here,
We
Raoul?
are using the Pilsner 1916. We are gonna reduce it a little bit.
The best way to reduce beer is to drink it first.
It's magical.
It's laughing at me.
I wish I could brush my teeth with it.
Might change the name from Canadian tuxedo to Glenview tuxedo. Oh, wow, yeah, that smell.
Yeah.
When the root hits the beer, goodness.
We got some sharp cheddar cheese.
Would you wear a different Glenview tuxedo to go out on the town?
Well, it will depend on the occasion.
Friend's second wedding.
Absolutely white.
I'm with you.
Yep.
This would be like our Coles catalog. You can work in it and have fun as well.
All right, so we finish it with some black pepper, ground black pepper.
Just in time for the holidays. Get them for all your family.
Clark, that's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year.
And that's the beer cheese.
We are gonna make some drunken onions, and then we're gonna braise some bread.
And which beer are we using for this?
Halfway.
Same as me.
The pen is getting deglazed. And
That's what I'm gonna say next time I'm having a few too many beers. I'm gonna say I'm getting deglazed.
yep.
My work here is done.
Salute.
This is my show. Salute. Don't ever do that again.
All right.
We eat some food. Blink me.
Cheers. You're awfully quiet.
I'm chewing right now. That Broncos from the bath and
The best things in life are sweet and free too, especially when they come from Chicago's own Sweet Amanda B's. Today, we're celebrating the iconic bakery's 20th birthday. The best things in life are sweet and free too, especially when they come from Chicago's own Sweet Amanda B's. Today, we're celebrating the iconic bakery's 20th birthday.
Happy
Look, a day over 10.
birthday! The bakery began at home with the owners baking desserts for friends and family, and then in 2002, Sweet Mandy B's opened its first storefront. They're known for their old-fashioned desserts, and they were nice enough to send us a bunch of them. Look at these cupcakes. This is what I've had when I've gone there, is these delicious cupcakes.
They look
right? They're pretty. What do you guys have?
Sugar cookie with frosting. I also recommend the molasses cookie.
Oh, yes,
my
the best.
goodness, it's
That is
so
the
good.
best.
Oh,
I have Oreo frosted brownie.
okay, and then I'm not sure what this is. It says
Just dough it?
Just dough it.
That's
Look
the
at
chunky
this.
cookie
Look at
with
this, you
cookie
guys.
dough
There's
in
something.
the middle.
Oh.
Yeah, and I have a iced Rice Krispie treat. And I'm not trading with anyone.
You like Rice Krispies, huh?
I do.
That's
Really?
perfect. Look at
I
this.
feel like you either
Five-year-old
love them or
and
you hate them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No in between.
All my kids' birthday
Cute.
cakes.
This is where you get it
Sweet
from?
Mandy B's for years and years.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, we've been eating nonstop for today.
Yeah,
Oh, here we go.
Stop now.
Go tea. Let's see. Oh, how is it?
Sugar rush.
It's absolutely delicious.
She's gonna be ready for a nap
I
after
think
the show.
so. We'll be right back. Wow, the newsroom's going to have fun today.
I threw away my retainer again? My parents are gonna be so mad at me. Are you looking to replace your lost or broken retainer? Perhaps bank a free retainer for the future. Would you like to be part of something that guarantees you a new retainer and gives back to the community at the same time? If yes, then we have the perfect solution for you. Willow Lake Orthodontics is proud to offer their unique Retainers Make a Difference program. We offer our patients and families an opportunity to replace their retainers simply by putting in a little hard work and lending a helping hand at the local food pantry, the local farm, or a Glenview retirement community. Every patient that completes their volunteer hours earns a voucher for a free retainer. So instead of worrying about spending your savings for a new retainer, take advantage of this opportunity and call us now to get started. As both residents and business owners in Glenview, Willow Lake Orthodontics is excited that Remade is a win for our families and the community we live in.
The best things in life are sweet and free too, especially when they come from Chicago's own Sweet Mandy B's. Today, we're celebrating the iconic bakery's 20th birthday. Look
Happy
at day over 10.
birthday! The bakery began at home with the owners baking desserts for friends and family, and then in 2002, Sweet Mandy B's opened its first storefront. They're known for their old-fashioned desserts, and they were nice enough to send us a bunch of them. Look at these cupcakes. This is what I've had when I've gone there, is
the
these
cupcakes are
delicious
the best.
cupcakes.
They look
right?
beautiful.
They're pretty. What do you guys have?
Sugar cookie with frosting. I also recommend the molasses cookie.
Oh, yes, the
my
best.
goodness, it's
That is
so
the
good.
best.
Oh,
I have Oreo frosted brownie.
okay, and then I'm not sure what this is. It says
Just dough it?
just dough it.
That's
Look
the
at
chunky
this.
cookie
Look at
with
this, you
cookie
guys.
dough
There's
in
something.
the middle.
Oh.
Yeah, and I have a iced Rice Krispie treat. And I'm not trading with anyone.
You like Rice Krispies, huh?
I do.
That's
Really?
perfect. Look at
I
this.
feel like you either
Five-year-old
love them or
and
you hate them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No in between.
All my kids' birthday
Cute.
cakes.
This is where you get it
Sweet
from?
Mandy B's for years and years.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, we've been eating nonstop for today.
Yeah,
Oh, here we go.
Stop now.
Go tea. Let's see. Oh, how is it?
Sugar rush.
It's absolutely delicious.
She's gonna be ready for a nap
I
after
think
the show.
so. We'll be right back. Wow, the newsroom's going to have fun today.
Ever since I was a little kid, I've been interested in the ideas of justice and fairness and equality. That's why I became a lawyer. I have the opportunity to advance these ideals. Now more than ever in our world, it is important that we highlight these issues. It's important that we fight for these issues. And my clients know that Keating Law Offices will not just fight for them, but they will fight for these ideals.
The best things in life are sweet and free too, especially when they come from Chicago's own Sweet Amanda B's. Today, we're celebrating the iconic bakery's 20th birthday. Look at day over 10.
The bakery began at home with the owners baking desserts for friends and family, and then in 2002, Sweet Mandy B's opened its first storefront. They're known for their old-fashioned desserts, and they were nice enough to send us a bunch of them. Look at these cupcakes. This is what I've had when I've gone there, is these delicious cupcakes.
They look
right?
beautiful.
They're pretty. What do you guys have?
Sugar cookie with frosting. I also recommend the molasses cookie.
Oh, yes,
my
the best.
goodness, it's
That is
so
the
good.
best.
Oh,
I have Oreo frosted brownie.
okay, and then I'm not sure what this is. It says
Just dough it.
just dough it.
That's
Look
the
at this.
cookie
Look at
with
this, you
cookie
guys.
dough
There's
in
something.
the middle.
Oh.
Yeah, and I have a iced Rice Krispie treat that I'm trading with anyone.
You like Rice Krispies, huh?
I do.
That's
Really?
perfect.
Look at this. I feel like you either love them or you hate them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No in between.
All my kids' birthday
Cute.
cakes.
This is where you get it
Sweet
from?
Mandy B's for years and years.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, we've been eating nonstop for today.
Yeah,
Oh, here we go.
Stop now.
Go tea. Let's see. Oh, how is it?
Sugar rush.
It's absolutely delicious.
Team's gonna be ready for a nap
I
after
think
the show,
so.
I think.
We'll be right back. Wow, the newsroom's going to have fun today.
Feeling bullied by your bank?
You know there's a fee. That loan application looks complicated.
Any help?
Not really a math guy. I hope you enjoyed our new hold music. Last question, what high school did you go to?
Lincoln South?
Dude, we totally crushed you guys.
At Wintrust, we take a different approach. Whether it's banking solutions, a new home, or financial planning, our local experts are ready to help. Wintrust, different approach, better results.
What are you?
I threw away my retainer again? My parents are gonna be so mad at me. Are you looking to replace your lost or broken retainer? Perhaps bank a free retainer for the future. Would you like to be part of something that guarantees you a new retainer and gives back to the community at the same time? If yes, then we have the perfect solution for you. Willow Lake Orthodontics is proud to offer their unique Retainers Make a Difference program. We offer our patients and families an opportunity to replace their retainers simply by putting in a little hard work and lending a helping hand at the local food pantry, the local farm, or a Glenview retirement community. Every patient that completes their volunteer hours earns a voucher for a free retainer. So instead of worrying about spending your savings for a new retainer, take advantage of this opportunity and call us now to get started. As both residents and business owners in Glenview, Willow Lake Orthodontics is excited that Remade is a win for our families and the community we live in.
Hi, my name is Dr. Mike Nolan,
And I'm Dr. Chad Friend,
and we are
Nolan and Friend Dental Professionals.
restorative dentists practicing in Glenview and have been providing dental services in the North Shore area for over 60 years. We are a family-based practice providing care for all ages. We care for our patients as if they were family members. The dental care that you will find here is warm, caring, and in a pleasant environment. Our team is highly trained, and we will provide excellent customer service to you.
We provide our patients with comprehensive dental care. We are able to do this by meeting with you to do a thorough evaluation using the latest technology, intraoral photos, and digital x-rays. From this visit, we can discuss your dental needs and provide you with a long-term dental treatment plan. This will include your plan for preventative care as well as any restorative and cosmetic options that you desire. Our practice provides general restorative services such as composite fillings, same-day crowns and bridges, implants, partials, and dentures. We also offer cosmetic options including teeth whitening, veneers, Invisalign, and even full smile makeovers.
Welcome to the post-game show, brought to you by O'Sullivan's Public House. I'm Kyle Smith, along with the SBS player of the game, the quarterback for Fenwick, Jamin Williams. 3 touchdown passes as Fenwick beats their rival 34-24 at home at Triton College Stadium. It was a back-and-forth affair, a quarterback battle, but you were arguably the better quarterback tonight.
I just got to first give it to God, then my teammates, especially the defense. I feel like after that first drive, they really picked it up, but then we didn't. But then coming out of that half, big return from Miles, number 24. And then after that, it was just, we were going up, straight all the way up.
What does it feel like winning this game against St. Ignatius? For people that don't know the rivalry, what did this win feel like tonight?
It was amazing because we just beat Oak Park last week. So the first, with Iggy next and beating them, it was just amazing. It was amazing.
When Montgomery gets into space, what do you feel like on the sideline?
Touchdown. That's my dog. He's been waiting for that all his life. He's been waiting for that. They tried him like 3 times before. I don't know why. And then after that, straight, he's just gone. He's gone. That's just what he does.
Has he told you his secret sauce, why he's so good on those kick returns?
I don't know what it is. That's just what Miles.
Big win against St. Ignatius. Wanzong was great in the first half, but what did your defense do to kind of contain him a little bit?
I feel like we just had to see it live. That first little drive, they got us. But then after that, we we got the best defense in the state. I believe it. So, yeah, we just shut them down.
Seems like you got some good chemistry between you and Nate Marshall. Have you worked on those fade routes a lot in training camp?
Oh, yeah. It's been real great working with him, and then just really the whole receiving core, from TJ, Emmett, Bjorson, Raph, all of them. We've been working on that the whole summer, and it showed here today.
Final thoughts about the victory. You're still undefeated, knock on wood, obviously, but you're undefeated at 2-0.
Yeah, we got to keep pushing, though. 24-hour rule, as my dad says, 24-hour rule. So, at 9:50 tomorrow, cut it out. We got Joliet next.
It's on to the next opponent, right?
Yeah.
That's Jamin Williams. That does it for our postgame show. So for excellent crew, Kyle Anderson, Bob Vilsaway, Arush Kathiri, I'm Kyle Smith. We'll see you next time on SBS.
Oh, yeah, it's wild.
Thank you.
Thank you.